uh. Yo, chat, my voice is still cooked, bro. Voice is still cooked, chat. God damn, bro. Holy cookage. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever part of the world you are from. I hope you're having a wonderful day, chat. What's going on, man? Welcome back to another Gacha Smack stream. Man, oh man, oh man. Let me see here. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Yo, Darkness, man. Thank you for the tier 1, bro, for 5 months. At least you look better than your voice. Bro, dog, I've been sick for 3 years, man. I don't know, man. It's getting pretty out of control, dude. I've been sick for this. I don't even remember the last time I've been sick for this long, man. Anyways, we went live literally just to do the story, boys. It'll be a short stream after we do the story. Probably gonna call it a day. Not expecting a lot of people in here, man. The male characters, dude. I'm gonna be honest, boys. Anytime it's a woo-wah male character story, you can pack it up on hype. It's just the minority is the only people that are gonna fucking love the male character stories, man. But what's unfortunate about that is I'm the one who enjoys the male character stories the most, right? Like I loved Shu Yin's story. I thought that shit was immaculate. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy Luke's story. Like, yeah. But I think the unfortunate thing about male characters, though, is like it's really not the community that doesn't enjoy the male character stories. It's actually just Kudo Games treating the male characters like fucking second class citizens with their marketing and how they do them. They do them dirty, bro. Like, has a male character ever had center stage? I think the only one is just Jian, and that's because he was the debut character. Like, I think about it, Xiong Liao was like a filler patch, if I remember correctly, bro. Like, even he didn't even have the main stage. What's his name? Brant didn't have the main stage. He was more like a supporting character. But I've come to realize, like, Wuthering Waves will never give a male character like a dedicated MSQ and massive marketing budget the way they give to all the waifus. Yo, man, Sizen, thank you for the prime sub, brother. I appreciate that, man. This is where HSR actually trumps Woo-Wah. You know, what's funny? It's a rare Hoyo verse W. It is. Hoyo verse will give their male characters the main stage quite often. Actually, you're right. They'll, I mean, dude, they give a lot of them the main stage. They gave Aventurine the main stage. They gave, hell, obviously Varka's getting the main stage. They gave Finon the main stage. They've given Imbiber Lune the main stage. Zhong Li, Child. Yeah, I mean, they if it's one thing you could say, like the rare W of Hoyo, they do not mind giving their male characters the main stage. That's so true. You're absolutely right. Yeah. And in Woo-Wah, it's like, yeah, after story, a 10th of the budget for their animations. One fucking trailer. Nah, they give him 2 trailers. I'm just kidding. And then that's it, you know, that's all she wrote. You know what I think? I had an idea. I think since they only drop 2 male characters a year, you know what would be cool? If they just keep the male characters throughout the entirety of the arcs. Since they and then you sell them last. That would build so much more character development and hype for the male character that even the male character you don't plan on selling well will sell well. Like, I think all male characters should be treated like Cristoforo, where they're just constantly in the story because it's only 2 a year anyway. You know what I mean? Imagine if they just make the male characters more involved in the story, but just they never run them until the end of the patch. I think the male characters would fucking pop off. Yeah, I feel like that's to an extent too. Let me think about that. Hoyo kind of does that. They kind of do it, you know? That's a good idea. Yeah, I think it would. I think Scar. Well, the thing is, all the villains get that treatment, but the villains fucking never get ran as playable characters. They should like. And guess what? Look how much people love the villains. You know what I mean? Why are people saying Luuk won't sell though? Luuk won't sell nowhere near as high as the girls. That's just a fact. In fact, there's already data out there where he's like ranked, where the sales of Luuk are like ranked like 30 in regions like Japan and China and shit. Not only that, dude, just go and look at all the viewership of anybody doing Luuk content and Luuk story right now on YouTube. It's all at an all-time low. It's like it's the fucking the data is all around you, man. It's all the data is all around you, brother. Whereas somebody like Immeth or Kartathea or any of these other characters, the data is all around you in terms of every single avenue of woo-was, hype. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's losing their marbles, and the cells are just abundantly fucking clear. Yeah, I mean it's right in front of you, man. Yo, only Damar, man. Thank you for the prime sub. Yeah. Anyways, boys, yeah, we're gonna do the story playthrough, but I told myself going forward, we're putting chats on members only. Members only. If you're not a member, you can't chat. That has nothing to do with me wanting to make money or pressure you into spend money. It has everything to do with me not getting distracted with chatting with motherfuckers. I look back on my my 2.7 story. That was my favorite stream of any story playthrough of all time. And guess what? I muted the shit out of the chats. Yeah, so like I've come to realization that when I do my story playthroughs, I'm muting like everybody except my members. My members, in case you're worried about, in case you're curious, my members don't cause any problems. Members be chilling. They're not in the chat like saying some goofy shit. They're not in the chat trying to have a full-on debate or anything. Like members just be chilling. So that's what we're gonna do with every single story playthrough going forward, boys. Just letting you know off rip. But yeah, I think there'll be moments. The cool thing about that though is like so many people have a lot to say once you take the story playthrough off of members. Like once I like let the chat speak after I'm done, so many people have so much shit to say that they wanted to ask, and then they could finally ask. But another thing I've noticed is when you keep the chat accessible for anybody to chat, a lot of the times the streamer is like walking themselves through scenarios, and so they're speaking out loud and they're saying things that may not necessarily be occurring in the story, right? They may be off the mark, but they're like walking themselves through that thought process. And some chatter will full on try and either debate them right there about it, say they're wrong, or debate. It's like, it's just cringe. It's like, bro, let the streamer have their thoughts, let them walk themselves through it. Like, why are we fucking interrupting the streamer? You know what I mean? Like, no, that's not what's happening, man. No, you're wrong. It's like, well, no shit if that's not what's happening, but just let the guy walk himself through it. Like, I always thought about it. If I was a chatter and I was watching a story playthrough and some streamer was saying some shit where he was far off the mark, I wouldn't even say anything. I'd just be like, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Yo, Angel, man, thank you for the $10. I like this quest more than Shu Yin. Whoa. Shu Yin's quest was a banger, brother. That's a lot of praise. That's a lot of praise. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Hey, I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way. But that's a lot of praise. I loved Shu Yin's quest. I really did. I enjoyed the fuck out of that. Yeah, I thought Shu Yin's quest was is easily one of the best paced quests in all of Wuwa. The thing is, once again, it was like an after story that wasn't that long. You know what I mean? And so like, it didn't have a lot of runtime to like continue on and shit. But bro, I think Shu Yin's quest was so good. Okay, let me pull this up. Also, don't forget to switch to female rover. No, I'm not switching to female rover because this is male on male. Yeah, that's another thing. Going forward, I'm gonna do like, let's be honest, playthroughs. Like if it's a girl that's we're gonna be spending time with, I switch to female. If it's a dude, which is very rare, I'm gonna stay on male rover. Luke's quest was solid. Oh yeah. Before we even get into it, ratings for the quest, chat. Let's see it. Let's see it. A lot of 8s and 9s. I was actually expecting a high rating because I feel like the after stories are handled much better than the main stories. Because there's not a lot of time, I feel like they just be locking in. I'm not gonna cap. I think the after stories are all dead. I genuinely believe the after stories are always like 8 minimums. I think we'll be in agreement on this one, chat. I'm a fan of the after stories, bro. I feel like the after stories, they be cutting the yap into the minimum. They just be getting to it. They be locked in on them damn after stories, bro. I'm telling you. them after stories they ain't got no fluff, nigga. They be straight to it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna enjoy it, honestly. Goddamn after stories be locked in, bro. In my opinion, it's more like building up rather than an after story. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, I suppose. Oh, one more question. Do I want that answered? Yeah, I want that answer. How long is the after story, would y'all say, chat? Not including my yapping, not including me. Two hours at most, 1 hour and 20 minutes, 1.5. So then it might be a 3-hour playthrough for me. Possibly. Then again, I'm muting chat. Yeah, so never mind. So it's probably a 2.5-hour playthrough for me. For you, 3 hours, I'm muting chat. So it might actually be a much shorter playthrough. Where is my oh my god, I hate when they do this to me, bro. Fucking log me out every time. Okay. Oh, bro, did y'all hear that Twitch got rid of the fucking the you can't merge chat rule? Did y'all hear about that dumbass shit, man? So I got banned twice for nothing, chat, on Twitch. They literally got rid of it. God damn, they hoed me so bad, bro. They banned your ass. They literally banned me 2 times. 2 times for nothing, bro. Oh, I was like, man, hell no. Also, did y'all watch the video I just uploaded where I was explaining how leakers are pretty much cooked? Yeah, it happened as soon as Gigit, they changed it. Bro, they literally said, smack who? Fuck that guy. Wait, Gigit? Oh, we got to change everything now. It happened to Gigit. We can't allow this to happen. Yeah, we're going to change the entire system. Smack? Fuck him, bro. Gigit? Oh, hell no. No, we got to get rid of that. You died twice so Gigit could carry the torch. Oh my god, dude. They literally said Smack can go fuck himself. Oh shit, that's so funny, man. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened, boys. Like, dead ass. Some Karen was on your channel. Nah, I mean, people say it was some Karen, bro. Twitch just be finding. I mean, they found Gigit. Think about that. Like, Twitch just be. I think they have an AI that kind of like just detects that shit, bro. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that's what happens. All right, hey chat, is there anything y'all want to talk about before I lock in on this this story quest? Before I mute y'all, man. What the fuck? Yeah, why can't I hear anything? Oh, hold on. My headphones are not working. All right, let's try that again. Yo, Video Games Binge, thank you for the $20, my man. Yo, Smack, how's it going? Shit, it's going good now that you and Angel gave me a total of $30. Thank you, my friend. No, it's going good, man. I'm still recovering. You probably still, my voice might still sound weird, guys. If it does, it's because I'm still fucking recovering, man. But We're getting through it, boys. We're getting through it slowly but surely. Once again, chat, is there anything y'all want to talk about before we get locked into the story? Yo, Smack, how's it going? Already answered that. Just enjoy it. Smack, when you gonna play Re-Requiem? Dude, I'll play it by the time the hype goes down, because I got Final Fantasy 16 that I gotta start, and I've been putting off that stream because my voice hasn't fully returned. But I got Final Fantasy 16, and then I told y'all I want to set up a Cyberpunk 2077 in congruency to the collab being announced with Wuwa, and do a Kick exclusive anime binge of the anime Cyberpunk Edgerunners. So like, I think Resident Evil Requiem, it'll be probably later into the year. Yeah, I don't really care about riding hype trains for new game releases anymore. I'd rather like dance to the tune of my own beat and play them when I play them. You know, and then that way people will enjoy the playthrough because they'll already experience the game, and they'll just be waiting on those moments where, oh shit, this one moment's coming, Smack's about to get fucking trolled by this big ugly monster. Watch, guys. You know what I mean? I think I quite enjoy doing things kind of late to the party. I do. I think I like that. But Final Fantasy 16 is coming up first, boys. Limbus Company 3rd anniversary. So I am going to do Limbus Company too. I am, boys. Just don't try to pressure me on when I'm gonna do it. And you know what's funny? I think I'm gonna do it purely offline, and I'm just gonna record my entire playthroughs of the story, and then get an editor to splice it up and like condense it, because I don't want to get spoiled, and I don't want to deal with the rumors of how the Limbus company community acts. I hear they act like fucking idiots when you're playing through. And so I think just doing that one purely offline and just treating it as VOD uploads is probably going to be the best way to handle it. Because if it's one game in the gacha space that has been praised in every direction possible for its story, it's Limbus Company. And that's something I wouldn't even want to be interrupted in at all. Plus, I love voice acting. Y'all know that. I love voice acting. And I hear that's a game where you voice act. Limbus Company, oh, I already said it. Smack, can you watch or listen to Luke's song? After the story, Mr. Luuk Herssen himself. Yeah, after the story. Video game binge with another 20. Holy shit. Thank you so much, man. Did you even fight Titan in Final Fantasy 16? Video game. I've never played Final Fantasy 16. I missed the wave. So no, man, I haven't played anything. And honestly, brother, I thank you for the 20, but just don't spoil anything for me, because I am a Final Fantasy shield, bro. Legit, I'm a shield of Final Fantasy 16. I mean, not Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy the franchise. I've played this video game bench. I've played Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 6. I don't remember though, so I want to go back and play it. Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Didn't play 13. Played 14 when it first launched. Never went back to it. Actually, yes, I did. I went back to it for the samurai class, and then I quit permanently. Final Fantasy 15. I've beat that one. The only Final Fantasies I have not played are 13 and 16. That's it. Those are the only two that I've never played. Yo, Brax, man. Hey, chat. Big W's in the chat. Brax got engaged recently, man. Big W's in the chat for Brax. Smack becoming a playthrough channel. Dude, Brax, you know what my goal is? I want to be a playthrough live streamer. Right? Limbus Company is a game you can upload, like an actual upload, and people will watch it. But I actually want to keep my content relatively the same as an upload channel. But in live streams, I want to have the part 1, part 2 shit for dedicated playthrough games on live streams. I do. All right, boys. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. I believe I go settings, chat filter. No, we go to settings, community moderation, members. All right, YouTube, I'll see you guys on the flip side, man. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Members only mode has officially been enabled on YouTube. Mods on Twitch, can you please set Twitch to emote only mode, or I guess, yeah, no, fuck that. Not even Twitch subs, because people be gifting subs to randoms. Yeah, just set it to emote only, man. Did I really end my max stamina? Who cares, bro? We're getting straight into it, boys. We're getting straight into it. All right, let's do it, man. All the sunlight touches. So I know this story is gonna have some. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, man. Yo, whoever that was, Oh, Loki, my boy Loki. Gotcha, man. Thank you for the prime sub, baby. I know this story is supposed to have a Fractsidus. They did spoil that shit in the after story, like little description. I remember that, but that's about all I know. Also, in my mind, Luke is like fucking Frankenstein, based off of the trailers and shit. All the sunlight.
Need to go over the Exostrider plan at the infirmary. Better get going.
Hey, emote only guys. Can we get a check mark for audio? How audio sound? Angel, thank you for the $20, man. Dying for that Final Fantasy 16 playthrough. Also, that motherfucker Luke fun. Yeah, I'm gonna be real, bro. His kit's my kind of kit. It is. His kit's my kind of kit.
Be careful.
Oh, he's talking to me. Can y'all not emote like a thumb up or something? Good so far? Okay.
Why do we have to pay for the food we developed ourselves?
No, I didn't swap to female rover, Loki, because it's a dude we're doing a playthrough with. I'm a swap to female rover whenever it's a waifu, which means 90% of the time.
Nivora. She's been staying here to recover.
Okay, this is the big like sus girl that everybody was like kind of schizoing about, right?
How are you recovering from your injuries, Nivora?
See what I mean by I speak out loud? You said, and I don't even want that question answered, but I speak out loud and then
Oh,
so funny.
It's you, Rover. Yes, I'm feeling much better. Dr. Herssen took very good care of me. I just did what he said and rested for a few days here, and I barely feel any pain now. Are you here to visit him?
Yes, we have something to discuss. Is he here?
He's in the counseling room next door. My friend Sigrika is in there. It might take a while, huh?
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
Her eyes remind me of
how to put this? I think you can have more faith in yourself, Sigrika.
her green eyes remind me of not Sephiroth, the energy matter in Final Fantasy 7. Y'all know what Final Fantasy 7 fans know what I'm talking about. Fucking the hell's that shit called? It's not materia. Maka? Is it Mako? Maka? Something like that. I think you can have more faith in yourself, Serena. Mako. Oh, it is Mako. Okay. Or Mako.
In myself.
I don't know how to pronounce that shit.
You see, people can be more perceptive than you might realize, including those you care about. So try not to take everything to heart. Go a little easier on yourself. Good or bad, true or false, these things have a way of coming to light. And as your friend Denny has said, sometimes a little distraction is good for your health.
Yeah.
I wonder how Rover's going to be handling
I'll give it a try.
his emotions
Thank you, Dr.
after
Herssen.
3.1.
You're welcome. Again, don't push yourself too hard. I take it you're the type who'd suddenly bolt up in bed at night, wide awake, worrying about an exam? And that'd probably go on for a whole week.
Huh? Is it really that obvious?
Only my conjecture. Would you like some candy? Sweets help keep a smile.
Sure. And is it okay for me to come back some other time, Dr. Herssen?
Why, of course. Feel free to visit my office anytime, Sigrika.
Dr. Rizzler, bro. She was happy about that. she was happy-go-lucky skipping and shit. She's got a red dot in her eyes. What the hell? I feel like that was like weird.
So,
almost like she had a
about that
recording in her
Exostrider plan
eyes.
you mentioned. Let's get into it.
What the fuck? Oh, I can't even go back and look at that. Got a red dot in her eyes. I feel like that shit didn't make any sense. Like it didn't go with her eye design.
All in good time. Let's start with something lighter first.
Something lighter?
That boy Rover employed? Is deeply employed again?
Any topic at all. But let's slow the tempo a little. You're too eager. Your emotions are clouding your judgment. You must feel it too.
I like this. Thank God you didn't just like gloss over what happened in 3.1, bro.
Here, a piece of candy. It'll help take the edge off and lighten the mood.
No. Thanks.
I understand your anxiety over Immeth's situation. You've always held her dear, but it's taken more out of you than you realize. Things are best taken one step at a time. The Exostrider hasn't awakened yet. The key is to pace ourselves. Slow and steady, right?
Okay. You're right. Let's table the Exostrider for now. Let's talk about you, Luke.
Luke, my goat, bro. My new goat.
I trust Immeth. What we experienced together proved she was telling me the truth. And there's a connection there I can't ignore. But you and me, we might be strangers in passing who became confidants, as you put it. But it feels like every conversation we've had just skims the surface. I prefer to know who I'm working with before jumping into something as big as opening the Strider Gate.
Only employed!
It'll affect the entire Lahai-Roi region.
Point taken. It seems a proper introduction is long overdue.
Quick break. It's so funny. Despite me getting canceled last patch, one of the funny things that is odd for me is I actually enjoyed Rover's lines last patch, and I enjoyed what he was doing last patch, and it looks like I'm gonna enjoy it again. And y'all know me, I'm probably the biggest #1 Rover hater, male Rover hater in the community. Rover's on a hot streak.
Please, ask me anything. I'll answer as candidly as I can.
Are you a consultant from the Black Shores?
That I am not. Work that leaves documented trails doesn't suit my style. But I am acquainted with quite a few bloom bearers.
Huh, interesting.
Immeth said she didn't know you well, but that I could trust you. You also know about the bond between me and her. How?
That's a good ass question, actually. Not only is that a good question, it does. Now he's got me curious. Which Black Shore members would he be affiliated with most likely? Probably Shorekeeper, honestly. Wait, where's that at? Wait, where did he say that? Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah, but I am acquainted with quite a few bloom bearers. Huh.
Immeth is a sharp girl. Even though you never introduced me to her, she could read between the lines of your actions. She's a lot like you. Smart, driven, good at bearing burdens. But she's proven to be even more stubborn than you are. After you left Lahai-Roi, she came to see me a few times in the name of counseling. To learn about you.
Okay.
You didn't tell her anything.
I didn't. You had other tasks for me here in Lahai-Roi. You didn't let us properly get to know each other because you wanted to shield her from my line of work. She later stopped these visits after realizing that.
Nah, chat, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Muting the chat is fucking
Still,
goated.
I really hoped she would have opened up to me more. You both tend to keep things to yourselves, and that's never good for anyone.
One last question. What did you mean? I had other tasks for you.
That is a key topic, but not suitable for discussion here.
I was just
The
about to
Space
say,
Trek
who
Collective
leaking?
is backed by a number of different nations and
I
powers.
was just about to say that shit. I'm about to say,
Internal
who on the
politics are no
who on the
concern to
outside?
us. There are many watching eyes among the support staff.
Damn, I was gonna ask that shit too. Like, it's always a motherfucker on the outside, bro, on the anime shit. Like, motherfuckers always like this, chat. They always like this right here. Motherfuckers be eavesdropping hard as shit.
The infirmary is, after all, a public space. Why don't we take this somewhere more private?
Yep. Wise.
Where?
Wise.
I have a place in mind. Just come with me, golden boy.
I was trying to make a mental note of that outfit, the person that was washing next to the tree. Man, it wasn't her. That really is a good
personal
design.
business to attend to again, Dr. Herssen?
Just a quick break, Nana. Mind holding down the fort? The next shift will be here soon.
Now that was an appropriate wink. We can't see the screen. Ah, shit. My bad, chat. Moment. My bad, dog. Bro, that was y'all missed the Luke wink. Rip the Luke wink, chat. All right, rip. Rip the Luke wink, man. You'll just have to imagine he winked.
Take care, Doctor. Do try to return in one piece.
Don't worry. I have him with me today.
All right, make a mental note. Long ass gray socks. Bro, honestly, it's probably old girl, man. The
Sunday
sussy girl. It's probably a sussy
Yes.
girl, man.
I keep a
Navrika?
small
Is that her name?
workspace of my own here.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out here swagging, bro. What the fuck is this? Where my track at, bro? Y'all know my track. Come on now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every time, bro, we be grooving, baby. Yo, I forgot you could do that. Damn. Holy Iceman.
Leave them
Best
to me.
part about Lahai-Roi.
Let's not waste any more time.
Boy, I don't know how to play with this motherfucker.
As expected. Rise anew.
Holy negative edging, bro.
A bearable price. Return to silence.
Oh man, dude. I knew his kit would be
The
so much
Exostrider
funner than
soared
it
in its
looks.
unique frequency. It shields my workspace from most long-range detection methods.
If only they gave bro the Immeth
You
budget.
picked a good spot. Quite a stash.
This is what a secret room is about.
This actually reminds me of
Now,
the very beginning of
were we?
Wuwa. The scientific lab next to the abomination dude.
Let's start with the conclusion before we get into all the details. You asked me to come to Lahai Roy to watch for any Fractsidus activity.
Ah,
Warren was the first Fractsidus mole you uncovered. You certainly won't be the last. Think of the Space Trek Collective as a web of competing powers. It's as much a haven for independence as a playground for agendas. An isolated polar region, rich with exoswarm and the potential for technological breakthrough. Lahai Roy is a gold mine, even for the Fractsidus.
You're saying the fall of Helios wasn't their real goal?
It was one of several. After your journey in Huanglong and Renacida, I'm sure you've come to realize their true aim.
The Thanodian. Aleph 1.
Correct. Given the Thanodians' unique nature, it's sure to catch their attention. Moreover, Aleph 1 is closely linked to the Strider Gate, which may be our ticket to outer space.
Spying on the Fractsidus is risky. Why would I have chosen you for this task?
Well, that is a bit of a long story. You've always preferred to see things for yourself. Please, follow me to that table.
the fuck? Chat, what the fuck am I doing? Okay. I don't get it, bro. It was kind of retarded. I don't even know what I did the first time. Oh, you just click the dot. Well, now I feel like a fucking idiot.
The golden serum, developed by the Naviale group. I prefer its other name, Ichor.
Yep, I already knew about this, but I'm curious what they're going to explain it. A special pharmaceutical substance developed for extremely rare diseases. Honestly, they changed the entire meaning of this word. So in Wuwa, it's a pharmaceutical, so it's scientific, medicinal, I guess. Pharmaceutical substance developed for extremely rare diseases. So did Luuk have an extremely rare disease? However, its severe side effects make it intolerable for most, keeping it under ongoing research and validation. In its natural form, Ichor is a volatile golden liquid that radiates intense heat at room temperature. In rare cases, it can be controlled and stabilized into a solid form, and Luuk is one of those rare cases. Interesting. So now we know the actual definition of what Ichor is in the world building of Wuwa. So then that was put into Luke's body because he had an extremely rare disease? Huh.
My father started it as a medication for rare diseases. But as research progressed, it came to represent something far more ambitious. The drug of evolution.
That's right. I remember now that his father was a fucking... my theory was his father was the Grand fucking Architect. Because the Grand Architect's the only person that can perfectly mimic his father and not be his father. I said that in my reaction. But, yeah, it's possible that the Grand Architect put this blood of Ichor in Luuk. And it wasn't because of he had a rare disease either, obviously, if the fucking Grand Architect's involved.
Evolution. Sounds like something the Fractsidus would like.
Well, on paper it worked. I became its resonator, so it would be unfair to say it was entirely useless. But I was a rare case who survived. All it cost me was excruciating pain and my colored vision.
That's right, he's colorblind.
Most test subjects like me didn't make it.
Holy Iona Koji, bro. Is my goat turning into Iona Koji?
It wasn't until I met you that I realized there was more to the story. The rest is in my study, shall we?
Damn, bro. These motherfucking millionaires, dog. Brother, that fish tank alone is like 500,000, bro. Big ass fish thing, got jellyfish in here, bro. Motherfucker got Finding Nemo in here somewhere, bro. Where's the turtle? Is there a turtle in there somewhere, bro? Frogs, got little lily pods. Hey, look, that looks like the same fire that was in Luke's after story. Motherfucker got goddamn vines and shit in here. Jumanji ass setup. So all I gotta do is click this, right? It's not even a puzzle. Wait, that's Luke. Clearly that's Luke. Who the fuck is that guy? Luke got a little brother? And who is this? Oh wait, that's the dad. Of course that's the dad. But is that the imposter or is that the real dad? The picture is a child's drawing of a family rendered in simple, earnest lines. A father and an older and younger brother, each one wearing a big happy smile. So Luke has a younger brother. Damn. It's actually rare when they give characters siblings. Trying to think, does anybody else who's a character in this game have actual siblings? I don't think anybody else does. Like, obviously they have siblings, but like reveal them and shit. Yeah, I don't think they do. Okay, what are we doing now? Oh, I see. Ah. On the back of the framed picture, a scribbled note reads, "Always happy." Or is that Rhine? Rain? Is that Rain or Rhine? Rain? I don't know. Who cares? Person. Okay, so that's his brother. It must have been drawn years ago, but the frame is carefully preserved and shows little wear. Okay. Complete investigation. I feel like this mechanic was in Silver Palace.
My brother Ryan drew this picture.
What is? All right, let's do it.
Not related by blood.
Ryan.
Father took us both in after his own children passed away from a rare illness long ago.
Attack on Titan. Ah, here we go. We're not related by blood. Father took us both in. Oh shit. After his own children passed away from a rare illness long ago. Holy shit.
I never could handle pain. He was easy to cheer up. Whenever the grown-ups would give me candy, I'd save it all for him.
So, that's why he always has candy with him.
What up, Gib?
For a while, I tried to be the perfect son Father wanted. It never worked. So eventually I stopped trying.
Bro, I swear, if y'all have seen the most recent Frankenstein movie, I really do feel like Luke has a pretty identical story.
It only got worse from there. What Father tried to do to Ryan was unforgivable. And then came that accident. I thought what my father did was a rather mundane story. A cliché. Someone trying to atone for past guilt, only to cause greater harm. Until your hints made me suspect it was someone's staged finale. So I had my father's grave exhumed. It was empty.
I ain't never heard the word exhumed in my life, bro. I'm pretty sure that just means examined, but I'm gonna look it up anyway. Exhumed? Dig out. Oh, dig out. Oh, to dig out. Well, I had my father's grave exhumed. It was empty. Okay, yeah, we saw that in the trailer. Until your hints made me suspect it was someone's staged finale. So I had my father's grave dug out and it was empty. Yeah, we saw that in the trailer. Okay. And that confirms that it was either the fucking Grand Architect or some new Fractsidus member, bro. But I'm pretty sure it's got to be Grand Architect. You examine the burnt page. Many parts of it are illegible due to the burns. It appears to have been salvaged from a fire. Judging by the legible contents, it's a report. It mentions Lahai Roy and Void Matter and was originally destined for the New Federation. At the bottom of the report, you find a signature. The Fractsidus insignia. Aw, shit. Here we go again.
The entire Lola logistics carrier was already blown to smithereens by the time I recovered this page.
Okay. I'm seeing a little bit of a lack of budget in this part right here. But at least the dialogue's interesting.
Managed a quick glimpse before the fire consumed most of the page. It is a report from an overseer.
A Fractsidus Overseer's report on its way to the New Federation.
Report on its way to the
Yes. Tucked away in a Lola logistics delivery box.
Fractsidus Overseer's report on its way to the New Federation. Interesting.
The recipient is Eris in the New Federation.
Ah, fuck. I remember that name. Damn, it's not coming to my brain though. Where the fuck that name come from? Ah, I remember that fucking name.
Those 3 items you just showed me. Did the Fractsidus get into Noviali's work after learning about the Ichor's potential for evolution?
Yeah, and that's his father, right? Oh, no. Noviali's a pharmaceutical corporation based in the New Federation. Its core technology originates from the development of Ichor, a groundbreaking medical advancement. Yep. Okay, we already know that. Okay, so it's a pharmaceutical corporation based in the New Federation. So, hey, Luke and Calcharo probably know each other.
They didn't just get into our work. They went a step further. Replacement. Have you ever met the Fractsidus' Grand Architect?
I fucking knew it, bro. Bitch ass Grand Architect. I knew it.
The thousand-faced survivor. We met near the Styx Lake deep within the Dark Tide.
Bro thinks he's the many-faced god from Game of Thrones, bro. The thousand-faced survivor, the god of many faces. Bro is literally the fucking many-faced god from Game of Thrones. Grand Architect. Holy! I called it in my react.
Yes. My father was just another face the Grand Architect borrowed.
Damn.
Looking back now,
Damn.
can't recall the moment the real him was taken.
Sheesh.
I think the Grand Architect sees life and death as a game. I wouldn't be surprised if Father was even smiling in his coffin as we buried him in that downpour.
Jesus, man. Okay, so now it's also been confirmed that the Grand Architect was still his father, even when he got buried. I was sitting there thinking like maybe Father got buried and then Grand Architect just mimicked him. No, he was his father even before he got buried. Like, damn.
So, that's your answer. Why did you choose me? Because I have a very personal reason to go after the Fractsidus. Hatred.
Damn, bro. Nigga on his Sasuke shit, bro.
Hatred. Even now.
No shit, brother.
Now, it has become something of a habit.
You think bro just gonna forget the Grand Architect and what he did to him?
Continue this train of investigation and you'll see for yourself what they are. But before you do, there's something I should share. My friends in the Black Shores told me you've already had a few run-ins with certain overseers. Is that right?
3. Cristoforo, Frolova, and Scar. Plus the Grand Architect you mentioned.
Ah, those names do ring a bell. Frolova is codenamed Hecate. Cristoforo? Arachnos. Intriguing, isn't it? The flair they have for their own branding.
What the fuck? Arachno. Isn't it like a fucking spider? It is like a spider. Commonly used in biology and med. Bro, you know the first thing that came to my mind? Yo, Bright, are you in chat? The first thing that came to my mind when I saw Arachnos is Legends of Runeterra with the fucking aggro spider deck, bro. I don't even know if niggas in here, bro. Commonly used in biology and medicine. Yep, arachnoid. Yes, sir. Holy Hunter x Hunter, bro. This little bro thinks he's Crollo Lucifer from Hunter x Hunter. This nigga is a part of the Phantom Troop. Frolova's codename Hecate. Cristoforo is Arachnos. Intriguing, isn't it? The flair they have for their own branding. Damn. Nigga's code name is a spider. That's crazy.
But it's a telling detail. The codename
Spinning
can reveal
webs?
its owner's style,
Yeah, I guess that does make
personal
sense.
taste, and even ambitions.
And there you go. He just explained that. A code name can reveal its owner's style, personal taste, and even... What the fuck is Hecate, though? Hold on. Now I'm curious. What the hell is Hecate? Ancient Greek goddess of magic, witchcraft, the night moon, ghost, and necro. Oh, that's fucking cool, bro. I've never actually thought to look that up. That's actually pretty fucking cool. Hecate reigns over witchcraft, herbal magic, and the unseen world. Her sacred symbols include torches, light and darkness, keys, snakes, and dogs. She is frequently portrayed in three-formed or triple-bodied, representing her connection to the phase of the moon. Her role as a maiden, mother, and crone. Hecate is the protector of the home and a guide at crossroads, symbolizing her authority over choices and transitions between life and death. Born to the Titans, Perseus and Asteria. She is a pre-Olympian deity, given her unique, independent, and respected role in Greek mythology. Today, she's honored in Wiccan and neo-pagan traditions as a goddess of wisdom, witchcraft, and protection. Wow. That's some pretty fucking slick lore, I'll be honest. That's kind of cool, man. And then old buddy's a fucking spider. Hell of webs.
Think about it. Powerful resonator who causes chaos at random leaves no trail to follow. But give them a preference, a pattern. We can start to build a profile from the pieces.
Man, dude, I feel like they could have had some budget for this part to like show that shit off with their beautiful ass artistic work. And because Wuthering Waves has so many facets of storytelling, bro. I still loved what they did in Septimonia when they were explaining Lupa's connection with the fucking gladiator. They could have done that, but while also showing that for Arachnoid or I already forgot the fucking acronym for what they said with Cristoforo, but you know, a spider. And they could have also showed that when they were saying that for Lova's Hecate, just to give a visual interpretation of those prowess.
I've been compiling reports on the Overseers for years.
I might have to go make me another drink.
Allow me to share what I've learned so far.
This is getting, this is interesting. I like this a lot, actually.
I've reactivated your access. You'll find the door controls right over there.
Telling you, bro, they be holding back on these after stories, bro, on the budget. Except Shuyan's. Shuyan's after story was fucking peak from start to finish, bro.
The Fractsidus is loosely organized. Most of its members have only undergone basic, artificially induced body modification. They're not terribly difficult to neutralize. But if you encounter artificers with more creative modifications, you're likely looking at the handiwork of Hydra.
Hydra? What, the Marvel?
Hydra is their leading mind on human evolution and body modifications. Whoever they are, they often work in tandem with Siren.
So the human evolution and body modifications, I feel like that falls in alignment with what everybody's been saying about the Fractsidus' true goal, which is to evolve humanity at all costs into a stronger race. Okay, now here's another one. Whoever they are, they often work in tandem with a Siren. Now, when I think of Sirens, I said the same shit here, Hell Hydra, yeah. When I think of Sirens, I think of, you know, one thing about a Siren is they can literally, like, control you with singing and shit. You know what I mean? Shit, that reminds me of my, yes, please, my love. My girl just asked me for a refill. Fuck yeah. Put that over here. You know when I think of Sirens, chat, I think of, holy fuck, dude. Dude, I watched like 10 seasons of Vampire Diaries, and like, it starts getting mid right during a Siren part. There was a Siren arc of Vampire Diaries. It's totally when it started getting stale. It's like, all right, bro, it's time to call this. It's time to fucking put the fries in the bag with the show. But that's the first thing that came to my mind, bro. I watched Vampire Diaries deep into like far gone territory, bro. And I even watched the spinoff with the originals. Me and my girl was lost in the sauce.
Be on guard in case the other is.
Yeah, oh, Loki, we were lost in the sauce. In other words, if you spot one, be on guard in case the other is lurking close by. Yeah, but them Sirens is lethal, bro. The motherfuckers be controlling your ass. All you gotta do is like just sing, and then you're cooked. Thank you, baby. Yo, Blue Moon, man, thank you for the tier 1, brother. I appreciate that, man.
Zashiki Warashi won't require much of your attention. This overseer primarily operates in Ashinohara, a region that's been largely destroyed by the Lament.
Okay, hold up, nigga. He's saying some goddamn. That's an interesting. Hold up, bro. Zashiki Warashi. Origin. I gotta see what's the origin of that name, bro. Cause y'all, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck? Zashiki Warashi originates from the folklore of Iwate Prefecture in Japan's Tohoku region. Nigga, I didn't know if that was some African shit, some Native American shit. It was Japanese. Holy. They are believed to be the spirits of children who passed away young, often associated with the Tono Monogatari folklore collection. Damn. What the fuck is this? The parlor child. The name comes from Zashiki, a tatami floored room, and Warashi, an old term for child. Regional legend. These yokai are heavily rooted in Iwate Prefecture lore, representing spirits that inhabit old, well-maintained houses. Whoa, I was not expecting us to be entering our fucking Animusha Neo 1, 2, and 3 arc. Jesus. While often portrayed as playful, some lore suggests they are the spirits of children who died young, sometimes linked to, in ancient times, the culling of children in struggling households, a practice sometimes referred to in folklore. They're considered guardian spirits. If a Zashiki Warashi resides in a home, the family will gain great fortune and prosperity, but if it leaves, the family will decline. Holy Dandadon! Similar spirits include Kuda Boko and Makuta Gaishi. They must be treated like children, sometimes provided with toys and sweets, or they may leave. Also, Luke got along with this spirit probably. That motherfucker was king of giving people sweets. This overseer primarily operates in Ashinohara. See, they're saying this is an overseer, a region that's been largely destroyed by the lament. Okay, so we're entering Japanese territory then, huh? Which is funny considering the ongoing, I don't know what the fuck's going on now between China and Japan.
Ashinohara. I've heard of it somewhere before.
Chad, I'm sorry. Now I gotta know what the fuck Ashinohara means. That you already know it's something with Japan though. Ashinohara. I gotta know now, bro. We're going down the rabbit hole. Ashinohara is a location in the game. Bitch, don't tell me what it is in Wuthering Waves. To the middle country of red beds. It gotta come from somewhere in real life. Etymology. The name is rooted in Japanese mythology, specifically Ashinohara no Nakatsukini, referring to the land between Takamagahara, heaven, and the underworld. Okay, bad. Is it like a fucking purgatory then?
The girl we had in the infirmary for a while. Chisa, I remember. The city that trapped her, Honami, is part of Ashinohara.
It is like a purgatory, like kind of. It's like you're not going to hell, you're not going to heaven, you're just somewhere in between, bro. You know what I mean?
Now, on to two key pieces of the puzzle. I did say the Fractsidus was a loose organization, but even the most scattered cells still need funding to function. Remember that report from earlier? It's only a matter of time before you go to the new Federation. And based on the intel I've gathered, that's their most critical base of operations. And where you'll find Eris.
I wish I could remember where the fuck this name comes from, because I know they revealed it in the past previously. And so I don't know if it was in 3.1, 3.0. I don't know when the fuck it was, but I do remember this name. Unfortunately, it's not coming to my recollection. Also, chat, I want y'all to think about how many times I would have already gotten distracted if I had chat off of mute mode. It's fucking hilarious. Like we probably would have not even been at this part for another 30 minutes.
How critical? Did they operate in the open?
Hence why I said my members and my members on YouTube be chilling. It's so perfect, dog. It's so perfect. Like my members be chilling, bro.
Not exactly, but in a place where money talks,
they
must have members in the highest echelons of government and business. Key members.
Not exactly, but in a place where money talks, they must have members in the highest echelons of government and business, key members. Oh, bro. Fucking the Epstein clients, bro. Bro, we got the Epstein clients in this bitch, bro. Is that what's happening, dog? Fucking One Piece government, bro.
Their foothold in the new Federation has given them immense leverage. With that endless stream of wealth, the Fractsidus operates with impunity across the planet.
Dude, I feel like the new Federation's gonna be like, peak drama. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the new Federation, you're basically gonna be fighting the government, and the government is controlled by the fucking Illuminati, and the Illuminati is the Fractsidus. And they got their hands in every ounce of any power, any political control. Like I dead ass think like the new Federation's gonna be crazy. The new Fed House Kalcharo, I know. But that's where shit usually gets very interesting and very sticky, because you're fighting against forces that believe themselves to be good, but they're actually corrupt. And you're fighting against fucking smooth brain ass chivalrous righteous niggas that think they're fighting for the right side and they're fighting for the wrong side, but they're being controlled. They're like pawns. Like that's where shit gets interesting. It never fails, bro. no matter what story, what game you play, those are always very interesting pieces on the chessboard for storytelling. Yeah, I'm actually very much looking forward to New Federation.
Speaking of which, Star Torch Academy is also heavily funded by the New Federation. To be blunt, they're the Space Trek Collective's single largest donor.
Of course they are. Bro, this is literally... Bro, this shit is so parallel to real life, dog. The most evil motherfuckers be putting the fattest donos, bro, into science, into like evolution, technology, advancement. Holy shit. Yo, damn. Nah, this shit is cooking, chat. Hey, bro, I'm about to get canceled. Y'all ready, chat? This shit is better than Immeth 3.1, bro. All right, fuck y'all's opinions, y'all's thoughts. This after story is better than Immeth's story, bro. Second cancellation incoming, boys. All right, let's do it. Let's continue on. I'm loving this shit, man.
There, I saw.
It's like we're getting somewhere.
Duly noted.
We're literally getting somewhere.
I'm assuming the other key piece is the Grand Architect.
Uh-huh.
The Fractsidus Grand Architect. Their true name is unknown. They only appear through borrowed identities. Real people, legendary beings, and even the phantoms of the dead from others' memories.
Yep. The thing is, I guarantee you Rover knows his true name, past Rover.
I did brush shoulders with them once. It was a shame. I had no idea at the time and missed my shot.
Bro, this line reminds me of Ryuko actually shared a tweet on Twitter. Hold on, I gotta pull that up, man. This literal line reminds me of Ryuko's tweet, and I was a massive Supernatural fan. Let's do this. What's going on with my internet? Is Twitter tripping right now? Is Twitter down? Oh, no, there we go. Hold up. Ryuko Sensei. No, he tweeted. Damn, this nigga tweet a lot. Here we go. Bro, who watched Supernatural in chat? I know y'all can't respond to me. Chat. Holy meat. This is when death got first introduced in Supernatural. This nigga was on some gangster shit, bro. Holy shit quality, bro. But this is death right here. This is, okay, so for those of you who didn't watch Supernatural, this is literally death. Like the death. The guy with the scythe in his hand that goes around haunting people, like picking up people from dying. This is death right here, right? And this guy bumps into him, right? He bumps into him. This nigga literally like wipes his shoulder off, and then this dude he immediately has a heart attack and dies. That's what this reminded me of right here, bro. I did brush shoulders with them once. It was a shame I had no idea that time and missed my shot.
This pen was the only thing I brought back from that great fire.
Cheers, chat. Cheers. I'm actually really fucking enjoying this, man. I knew I would. I'm telling you, the after stories are more my tune. They're more my like rhythm of storytelling.
I have yet to decipher the lettering, but it shows one thing for sure. The Grand Architect has been around for a very, very long time. It's a pity you called me to the High Roy. Otherwise, I would have continued following that trail. But you always have a good reason, right?
You uncovered all this by yourself.
We do this?
More or less. I did have some help along the way.
To get your hands on one of the Grand Architect's personal items, you did more than just follow a trail. You infiltrated them.
Oh, is that when he had his Raiden hat
Playing
on?
along with them isn't that difficult once you get the hang of it.
That's probably when he had his Raiden hat.
They are a loose organization.
Knowing the Fractsidus, stealing all that intel on the Overseers is risky, no matter how loose they are. Each infiltration will only be more dangerous than the last.
I feel like they should still show the trailers into these story playthroughs just to like give context. You You know? Because right now they're talking about when he had his Raiden hat on in that trailer.
Luke, how can a doctor who doesn't value his own life save anyone else's?
Bro, say that to yourself, my boy.
You know, this is the second time you've said those words to me.
They got away again.
Here we go. The scene.
If I hadn't been so cautious, I could have taken care of them this time.
I should send today's findings to him. It's been 2 years. I suppose I'm due for a report. Good. You got the intel. Would have been a shame if I got myself killed for nothing. You want me
Are
to
we
go to
gathering
Lahai
husbands?
Roy? Why?
He is from the New Federation.
There's evidence of their activity in Lahai Roy.
Damn, his artwork's fire.
I need you to keep an eye on things. And frankly, you need a break.
Wait, so that outfit is probably a New Federation outfit. Do you think the fucking New Federation has probably got the red, white, and black color palette? If they do, that's my literal favorite color palette, as well as every nigga from the hood. All niggas from the hood love the red, white, and black color palette, bro. They always got the red, white, and black Jordans, bro. The red, white, and black fits. New Federation got the red, white, and black fit, bro. I'm calling it. There's evidence of their activity in Lahai Roy. I nearly spit out my water. I bet chat would have been laughing at that shit. I need you to keep an eye on things and frankly need a break.
Now is not the right time.
You've already drawn enough attention. Do we really have to wait for you to get killed to decide it's the right time? How can a doctor save anyone else's life if he doesn't value his own? Keep pushing like this, and you'll be no different from them.
Not pulling any punches, are you?
Trust me, that's only the warm-up. Lahai Roy is a nice place, Luke.
Yo,
Bright, passionate students. Beautiful snow. Perfect for slowing things down.
Yo, Bonga Jacobs, I'm sorry if I didn't announce it, man. Thank you so much for the 13 months of membership, man. Bonga Jacobs, if you're still in here, and if you're still in here, I apologize, man. I didn't see that, dude. Thank you so much. And Blue Moon, if I didn't call it out, thank you for the tier 1 on Twitch. Okay, so right here, I can see that Rover sent Luke to Lahai Roy with the consideration of Luke's loneliness. That's the only warm-up. Lahai Roy is a nice place, Luke. Bright, passionate students, beautiful snow. Because if you read Luke's biography, it actually explains to you that he's a very lonely nigga and he hates being alone, and he loves the presence of others and company of others. And I think Past Rover understood that. So he sent him to a place where he could never be alone. Dead ass. Bro, we're literally gathering husbands. We're literally gathering husbands.
Listen to me on this. Come.
How motherfuckers thought I only snipped the waifus, bro? What you mean, bro? This shit is so fire. This shit is literally a wallpaper, honestly.
Very well. As you wish.
All right. Continue on, my lord.
So I've led a leisurely life in the High Roy ever since. No need to worry. I know my limits.
Oh, his black and white vision, but he could see the
Let's set
color
aside
of
the Fractsidus
Rover's
for now.
eyes.
We should discuss the Exostrider plan. But first, tell me what happened to you and Immeth in the Frostlands. I see. Immeth, she... No wonder you're in such a state.
I understand her reasons. She was fighting for her dream, for Lahai Roy, in the only way she knew how. And I respect that. The fate she chose for herself.
Brother, she was fighting for you too. Let's cut the shit. Let's relax, little bro. She wasn't just fighting for Lahai Roy. She was fighting for your goofy ass. Immeth was essentially, let me point this. Immeth was essentially what I would consider, I want y'all to consider a parent. I think there's at least one person in this chat that has this kind of parent. There's a parent that tries to lift the rock by themselves. Their children are sitting on the ground while they're lifting this heavy ass rock, right? And the children, if they get up and help lift the rock, it takes some load off the parent, right? But there's always that one child who's helping lift the rock and is being responsible. Immeth was that child. Immeth was that child who was like, damn, I see bro lifting that heavy ass rock. Let me help him lift the rock, right? That's how I envision the relationship of these two. Immeth was mad that people were sitting on the ground while Immeth was lifting the rock. I mean, while Rover was lifting the rock. And so she decided to try and help lift the rock just as much as he's lifting. The best way to put it.
But I won't accept it. There's more I haven't tried. I'm not done fighting for her.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to give up so easily. Now, about the Exostrider. It started with Space Trek Collective finding a giant solid-skin root network in Bjartar Woods. They identified it as the lid sealing the Strider Gate, so to speak.
Started with the Space Trek Collective finding a giant solely skin root network in Bjartar Woods. They identified it as the lid sealing the Strider Gate, so to speak. Okay, cool. Those little Pokemon dudes.
It keeps the Thernodian's fractured forms sealed on both sides of the Strider Gate. Break it, and these forms will reunite. That wouldn't just spell Lahai Roy's doomsday, but the entire world.
Boy, what the hell? The entire world? I thought this was just a Lahai Roy threatening situation. Okay, that's a bit insane. I'm gonna be honest. All of Solaris, nigga, damn. They gotta put the whole world in danger, bro. Can't just be Lahai Roy, bro. All of the world, dog. Septimon is cooked, Raguna is cooked, and Huang Long is cooked. Good God, bro.
But the collective still yearn to open that gateway, to explore the unknown.
It's not even a problem, and it's a problem.
Created the Synchronists. The idea was to use augmented resonance to
I'll be
amplify
real.
the Exostrider's power, hoping that would keep the Thernodians suppressed.
I'll be real. My only problem with that is like, if it's that big of a fucking threat, like straight up, if it's that big of a threat, then the whole world should have their strongest forces coming over to Lahai Roy, bro. It's a worldwide threat. Like, god damn, nigga. Like, you would think they would, all right, bro, all arms aboard. This motherfucker is threatening our planet. The idea was to use augmented resonance to amplify the Exostrider's power, hoping that would keep the Thernodian suppressed.
But lately,
the Thernodian's a big ass black hole. No, I know, man. That's a bit extreme, isn't it?
The Fractsidus is also getting ready to make a move. With the reactor core returned, all you need now is a little patience. Wait for the Exostrider to awaken. Then we can focus on how to use it to find Immeth.
Yeah. Isn't Lahai Roy isolated? That's literally just a writing. That all it is writing. It doesn't matter like if it's isolated. The writer can write in a path to them getting there. It's that simple.
You were a synchronist in the academy once before. I'll speak with Lucilla about getting you piloting access.
Often at times people forget that like these stories are made up. You know what I mean? So they can easily make up a solution as well as a path in a coherent way for people to go there if they wanted to. Right? It's all about what the writer chooses to do at the end of the day.
Then I'll wait for your news, Luke.
Certainly, but our immediate priority should be the Fractsidus. I have a feeling they're planning to sabotage our plans for the Exostrider.
Oh, I would have never have guessed that.
Rover said he'd like to check on the Exostrider in the Frostlands before he left. Well, it could be a way to take his mind off things. Now then.
Dr. Herssen, is something the matter?
Must you always assume the worst, Lucilla? Can't I just call to chat?
I find that highly unlikely, Doctor. Let's skip the preamble. What is it?
Rover.
Ah, so this is about Immeth. He was so tight-lipped with me about what happened in the Frostlands. Yet he spoke to you.
You jealous?
Sitting on our hands won't fix anything, and he was willing to open up. If a friend runs into trouble, I'll naturally step in to listen. Besides, what I have to share today benefits the Academy. It could help us get ahead of a few potential issues.
Very well. Let's hear it then. Meet me at the Institute, the usual spot.
Are they gonna no, I'm just- She said the usual spot, Chad. Listen, man. All right. I'm just saying Luke might be providing them long strokes. All right. He might be providing them back shots,
Nice
brother. It
change
is a
of view.
possibility. If you thought you was gonna watch a Gacha smack play, what the fuck? This nigga that's how he dodges? Damn, that's kind of cool. Let me do a single pull. Here we go. That would have been crazy. All right, from OCD, we're going to put 51. We're going to use 51 so we can be at 50 on the dot. All right. OCD. All right, we still got 259 over here. No, I'm just kidding. Holy Galbrina rerun. Nah, I'm good. Never pull on reruns. Never. There'll be a cooler character later on down the line.
Oh,
Galbrina is one of my favorite characters
Herssen.
in all of WoW, I will say.
It's good to see you.
She is the only character to this day to make Rover look like a side character.
Ethan, you looked fine not long ago. What happened to you?
My thesis. My spot at the...
Hey, you know what? I just thought about this. To any small streamers watching my playthrough, this is how you talk to an empty chat. Straight up. You just talk to yourself, bro. You just have fun. Even if they can't respond. Like right now, I am essentially effectively talking to like 10 chatters, right? It doesn't matter. You just fucking talk. You just yap about anything, bro. Like straight up, dead ass, just a yap, bro. You know what I mean?
Hold on. I recall you coming by the infirmary with good news earlier. Something about an institute professor recruiting you for your top marks? Is this the price you have to pay for that? Careful. You might get talked out of the job over health issues.
No, I will get that position at the Institute. I'll crawl there if I have to.
Right, what's up, baby?
I'll come back from the dead if I die first.
Now you're just delirious. I know getting this opportunity wasn't easy. You can't exactly just ask for time off. Come by my office later. I'll write you a sick note.
Bro, dog. Chat, bro. That shit brings back memories, dog. Nigga, you know how clutch it is when you had a fucking teacher that would write you the sick note, or a teacher that would give your coach the note that you attended tutoring, even though you didn't attend tutoring longer than 10 minutes. She's like, okay, all right, here you go. You can give this to your coach. Oh my God, bro, that shit was peak.
You can't run yourself like an exoswarm, thinking you'll recharge the moment the sun comes up. It's not how we humans work.
Ha, trying to incorporate the world building into this, bro.
Thank you, Doctor. Good things are bound to come your
Motherfucker
way.
deserves the best. Now, Luke might go.
This takes me back.
I hope he stays in the story.
Sleep passed out in your infirmary.
Nigga, yawn. Oh, fuck, bro. You about to make me yawn. God, oh, shit, yeah. He got my fucking voice actor got my ass, bro. Holy shit, he got my ass with that damn voice acting yawn, bro. That nigga, his voice acting dead ass made me yawn. That's crazy. He said, oh, but you. Ooh, that motherfucker got me good. That's some good ass voice. He wasn't acting, bro. He was serious. That nigga was tired in real life.
Ah, young Luke. What brings you to the Institute today?
Bro looks like he belongs in Raguna. He like that first villain we met in Raguna, bro, that got exposed.
Just here to discuss something with someone. How have your shifts been treating you these past few months?
That motherfucker looked like Fenrico's cousin, bro. They look like Fenrico, brother. All right,
not bad. You know, these researchers, getting them in for a checkup is like pulling their teeth. I have to hunt them down myself. What do you say we grab a drink after my shift? The meal plans here are all nutritional efficiency. Taste like chewed up cardboard.
Of course. Why don't I show you that scout drone model I just finished while we're at it?
You work fast. You really do enjoy that sort of tinkering.
Taking things apart and putting them back together again is quite stress relieving. It's a nice way to unwind after a day's work.
So, what do you say we sneak over to Rogan's place when we get
Joe Rogan?
Liberate the cannon barrel from that precious bot of his. We can put it back after he's had a good meltdown.
I'd rather not be an accomplice to that. It's unethical. And I can't believe you're still holding a grudge over that fish he stewed behind your back.
I still can't believe this is how bro dodges in the air. That's fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. Also, as long as you do this and
Ash takes form.
I see. As long as you don't plunge, you can continue. But titties, boy, god damn it.
Have a seat, Doctor.
Nah, we gotta get snipped, bro. Hell nah, chat. She reminds me of Jade so much, bro. I don't know. She reminds me of fucking Jade, man.
Shame. I thought he would come with you.
Brother man. You know what's funny, chat? I feel like flamboyant, hot-ass women like her, just like Jade, for example, I feel like they don't perform that well in terms of hype and garnering like a bunch of people. Don't get me wrong, I think she looks fucking amazing, but I swear when you over swag a girl, they actually don't perform as well as you think they would in terms of like hype, viewership, community and stuff.
He's been here before.
I'm speaking from experience, by
Things
the
are
way.
different now. I prefer not to have him tangled in the collective's trivial matters.
I do love when they show a character and involve them in the story before they're actually having their banner ran, though. I love that shit. I wish Gacha games would do that
Fair
all the
enough.
time.
But I'm not like those stubborn old goats you're used to dealing with. I don't chase after pride or rank. All I care about is Star Torch Academy.
Ooh, I was gonna randomly give her dual claymores, bro. You ain't never lied, bro. You ain't ever lied, bro. This bitch gonna have a scythe. Nah, they just gave Luke a scythe. Bitch gonna have a pole arm, bro. 2 pole arms. And my pole arm's gonna be one of them.
Now go on. Give me the highlights, Dr. Herssen.
Bro, Chad, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I feel like they evolved the titties with her. They look more realistic. I don't know. It's weird. Am I crazy, bro? I feel like the boobs look more real on Lucilla. More like 4K. Did you say I need a teacher like that? Was that in my head?
The Fractsidus. I understand. I'll keep a closer watch.
You do this?
As for piloting the Exostrider, if he is capable, that's fine by me. The Research Institute will see to the preparations.
Yeah?
That said, we can't ignore the risks that come with opening the Strider Gate. I have someone in mind who can help. But first, let me have a quick word with her.
Alright.
The Threnodian concerns every one of us at Lahairoi. I'll handle the board as you've asked. You focus on him and the matters here on campus.
Thank you for understanding, Lucilla. President.
What did they just tease right there? Was that something important? Damn, I missed
Our
it.
conversation went more smoothly than I expected. I thought you might think I had a hidden agenda. As a thank you, care for some candy?
Bro and his candy.
I'll pass. I'm well aware of your candy outreach program across campus. I've had my fill of sweets over the years. As for what you said earlier, I've been here long enough to know exactly who you are. Thanks to your efforts in uncovering those moles, the Academy is safer, and we have far fewer headaches to worry about. What truly surprised us was your choice to stay all these years and become one of Lahairoi's steadfast guardians.
Oh, I'm just glad the President doesn't see me as some busybody.
You're the right kind of busybody. The kind we're happy to have.
Damn it! I was trying to get a
A friend
snip.
of mine sold me on this place. Went on and on about the beautiful snow and the bright, passionate students. Convinced me to come.
I'm gonna cut. No, I'm just kidding.
But when I actually got here, nothing like the brochure he described. Turns out, 8 out of 10 staff members were planted here by different factions.
Damn.
Our students dream of reaching the stars, all while living in a gilded cage. Meanwhile, we have Roya dealing in exoswarm parts and colluding with new Federation smugglers.
Sheesh.
I know that these students aren't fools. They're the best minds from across the nations. If even I can see what's going on, how could they be blind to it? It's their ideals, their hope for the future that lets them endure the ugly realities of this place without becoming cynical. I only came to Lahairoi because a friend recommended it. But now...
Now you've grown to like it here, right?
Yes, same as you, Madam President.
What does he mean by same as you? Was she stationed here as well? And grew a fond of it?
An urgent transmission from Nana. If you'll excuse me.
Dr. Herssen, there was a break-in at the infirmary.
Shit's hitting the fan. About time. Let's get it to it.
Nivora's being kidnapped by the one we previously detained, Warren.
Huh. The sussy Baka girl has been kidnapped by the exposed guy from 3.0? Yeah, from 3.0.
What is your status? Are you severely damaged?
Budget ass whelp.
No need to worry. Just need time to prepare.
Damn. He's cooked? Our Oriana of Wua's cooked?
Understood. Prioritize damage control after this call. Notify the Academy's security department. It'll take time for them to respond. I'll go after Warren. Which direction did he take her?
Received message from the Academy. They're heading towards the Sky Arc space station in the Frostlands.
It's the
Court of Savante space station he and I discovered before. I'm on my way. Warren has escaped. He's taken a student and is heading for one of the debris fields in the Frostlands.
What do you plan to do?
I'm going after him. I'd like you to set up a perimeter there to cut off his escape and prevent any further risks to the Academy.
You want me to secure a perimeter while you go in alone to handle Warren?
I have a hypothesis. One I'd like to verify by myself.
It's the Grand Architect.
Very well. Your track record warrants it. Go, Dr. Herssen. I'll expect good news.
And Nivora got the motherfucking a goddamn red dot in her eyes. That shit is
Nivora.
sus.
Why now?
Nivora, why now? She colluding with the Fractsidus, bro. Matter of fact, hold up. Cristoforo. Cristoforo. That nigga got the Mako Final Fantasy VII ass eyes too, chat. Him and Nivora got them shits. Nivora. Actually, you know what? I don't even want to put that in. I don't want to get spoiled. Fuck
Do
that.
you want to?
This nigga playing with R2-D2?
Split in form.
I know you've been here before. Take me to the data room. Now!
Okay, I'll do anything you say.
They're heading deeper into the station. Is there someplace we haven't discovered yet?
Out of all people, he got the Nivora girl. I just feel like that's kind of sus. Bro, they look like Kingdom Hearts villains.
Right on schedule. Accurate. I am.
Oh my god, popped.
Imbalance ends here.
Hey, bro, this motherfucker's smooth. What was that? Ah.
The researchers the Academy stationed here. 2 with gunshot wounds, but still alive. And this one? No vitals.
Luke stops to administer basic first aid.
Their bleeding stopped. I should keep
Motherfuckers
going.
think I
after
read
Warren.
like flash runs, bro. Come on now.
The bath's clear. Right on schedule. Split in form.
What the hell is that? I didn't know I could do that.
And agony ends. Rise anew.
Oh, you can cancel the plunge? That was cool. Bro, that shit is so clean, man. Nah, bro. Yeah, I'd probably be bored of it within a couple days of playing, though. I don't fall for the initial, oh, bro, this guy's so fun. I know what that should be like. I'm already tired of playing Immeth.
Spatial anomalies. Did someone can reactivate the Skyark system.
I'll get out of Lahai, Roy. Out of this cursed place.
Okay, man, come on, man.
Appears Warren's taken Nivora to the data room we visited earlier. The path is blocked. It's those error modules again. I should use the adapter.
Yes, you should, my lord.
It's cleared.
Holy
Gotta keep
shit,
moving.
bro. This room looks insane. The fuck? Bro, I feel like I'm inside of Mornier's legs.
Refreshing. Almost there. Now, moment of truth.
I brought the student, just like you asked. So, you... Where are you?
Played like a fiddle.
Lahai Roy was just a minor setback. I'm still useful. I still have work in the new Federation. I still...
It's definitely Grand Architect using his ass. Why did the Grand Architect tell him to bring her?
Stop hiding! Say something!
Is the question, bro.
You! That doctor who's always watching.
You've reached a dead end, Warren. Don't you see that?
It's your dead end!
Skyark's data room. There must be a reason. Is that just impulse? Perhaps. Right on schedule.
Return.
Are you just
to
like...
silence.
I was about to say, bro, you just hang in the air forever?
Gotcha. I am the best. Ash takes form.
Bro, that red dot is the most sus shit I've ever seen.
Herssen! Warren, is he?
He's only unconscious. Everything's okay, Nivora. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. It's just that he struck me in the back of the neck. It really hurts. I'm really scared.
It's okay. Don't force yourself to hold it in.
What was she looking
After a
at?
shock like that, it's much better if you let it out.
What was
Keeping
that
it
inside of
bottled
his
up is
jacket?
stressful in itself.
You looking at it again? Oh,
Take
he
your time.
noticed.
Tell me what happened when you're ready.
Nah, that bitch is sus. I don't trust her, bro. That's a wrap. That's a wrap from here on out. I don't trust this bitch at all.
Okay. I'll try. I need a moment.
You didn't need a moment while you sitting there staring hard as fuck. Now you back to panicking?
Then rest here for now. I'll go check on Warren.
Luuk, a perceptive motherfucker. He didn't. That shit did not go by him. He noticed it. Notice me, senpai. He noticed that shit, bro.
I fell asleep on the hospital bed. When I woke up and opened my eyes, Warren was pointing a gun at my head.
He's got freckles.
He was frantic, grilled me non-stop about Skyark, and when he found out I'd been to the station before, he forced me to bring him. Wait! Those researchers by the door!
One of them didn't make it. The other two are still alive.
I see. As for what else happened, I don't really remember.
That's all right. I've already formed a rough theory about his motives now. You should rest, Nivora. We'll handle things from here.
How does this got a gun? What the fuck?
Is that so? Then, Dr. Herssen, care to share your theory?
He already knows though. The gig's up, bitch. If you think you about to catch him off guard, you not. You not. Damn. Holy shit. Is that Grand Architect? Bro, capped your ass today.
How mean. Is that any way to treat a student?
Ow, it's the fucking
I'm
Grand.
afraid identity theft is not in the curriculum. Isn't
Oh,
that right?
wow.
Grand Architect of the Fractsidus. Since you insist on playing the student, I'll offer a lesson. It takes two to play a game.
Rover popped up out of nowhere.
I know. Played me for a fool, didn't you?
What the fuck?
I was going to kill you for a little one-on-one time with Rover. Shame.
I gotta get a snip of that. That's fucking hilarious, bro. That is the most cheeky, fucking trolly ass smile I've ever seen in Wuwa, bro. Yo, that's good. That's actually pretty good.
Regrettable that you evaded what was meant for you.
Bro, can I put this nigga in 1.5 speed, bro? Yeah, he was Minato, right?
But it's okay. Uncle Warren's dead. Nice and clean.
That's Frolova's fucking little girl.
Being caught out in the open.
Yeah, that's the guy
And still,
from...
he thought he could just vanish from the High Roy and get away with this fiasco. The naivety is remarkable.
He was also in the Frolova's Pass.
Anyway, I got back what I wanted too, so I'm a happy girl.
On my way here, I kept wondering why you acted so quickly. Didn't fit your usual style of staying in character until the very end. Just as I thought. You were after this pen.
Ah, yes, my precious. I couldn't find it anywhere, so it was you who took it from me.
Oh, what in the goddamn Lord of the Rings?
This is the first
My
time
precious
someone's
head
taken
ass.
something from me.
Gollum head ass.
Oh, I almost forgot to ask. When did you begin to suspect?
If you must know, my suspicions began to deepen during our last visit to the space station, when you feigned that injury.
Your acting had been flawless, Grand Architect. But even you cannot mimic what you don't understand. Death itself. To an immortal like you, no matter how many times you die, it's just another lost identity. And I happen to have seen you die before.
Huh.
Oh? Is this why you've had your eye on me all this time? Let me think. Oops. Can't seem to remember. My bad. My real favorite things are the ones that are really old and far, far away. But you're something special, Dr. Herssen. You're the first person in forever to ever come this close.
That's high praise coming from this old ass motherfucker, bro.
Without you, the game in the High Roy would be so boring. So, you get prizes. And I promise, it's right up your alley. Now, for the first one. At the upcoming new solar celebration, among all the lovely students, stands a member of the Fractsidus.
I saw a girl in the back right with some green eyes.
So looking forward to that child's performance.
Telling us this doesn't do your spy any good.
But that's what makes it fun! It's a cat and mouse game. The mouse needs to know the cat is coming, or how else will it run fast enough on its little wheel?
My guess is always on the fucking character with green eyes.
To win, you just have to be the hunter.
Because him and Christopher are like peanut butter and jelly.
And if you do end up catching that child, that just proves they were useless anyway.
Damn.
That was only the first. What's the next one?
The next prize is right here in this data room. You're so smart, Dr. Herssen. I bet you've already figured it out, no? I had so much fun on this little trip to the Sky Arc. So, how did you feel seeing the Aetheric Sea?
I'll be real, I feel like Luke should be a little bit more emotional, a bit more crash outy, considering what this motherfucker did, playing imposter as his father, whatever the hell creepy experiments he tried to attempt on his younger brother, and then the experiment he did do on Luke. I feel like bro should be a bit more emotional. Actually, not a bit more, a lot more.
Sweet home. Your faraway home. The one you can never, ever go back to. Leading you there wasn't all for nothing. The look on your face was the sweetest treat.
10 out of 10 rage bait.
Let's be sure to have more fun like this in the future. Until next time, you two. I wish you a pleasant past,
You gonna
present,
try to attack
and
him when he leaves?
future.
Damn, bro, you should have chunked the sword at his ass, bro, like you did for Lova. Yeet, bitch.
Why did you stop me? You think we couldn't have stopped her here?
Yes. My goal was to gather intelligence, not apprehend the Fractsidus' Grand Architect. When we dug up my father's empty grave, I realized that it is no simple feat to find an immortal who leaves no trail. The Grand Architect may appear to act on a whim, but in my observation, that playfulness is just another layer of disguise. There's a purpose behind it. When Nana called earlier, something felt off. Warren is a researcher himself. Why would he need to take a student hostage to investigate a debris field?
Yeah, this quest 100%. It was allocated like 10% of the budget that was allocated towards 3.1 first half, which is unfortunate.
Even if he did,
it's such an interesting
and letting
dialogue.
Nana send a distress call was a sloppy strategy. Of course, I'd be the first person she contacted.
So That's why you called me afterwards. I did hear Nivora say you've had her in the infirmary all this time. You were keeping an eye on her then.
I was waiting for her to show her hand. Until then, it was all speculation. I needed to see her end the act to be sure. Immortal, 1,000 faces. We've managed to gather quite a bit of intel on the Grand Architect. If I'm not mistaken, there should be something more important hidden in this room.
Yeah, it's a little bit too. I knew this was gonna happen for me. I'll be honest. It's very interesting. It really is, but it's still like I knew 2 steps ahead as plot.
Otherwise, she wouldn't have called it a prize.
I feel like he should have been much more disgruntled with just the mere fucking sight of Grand Architect, considering their past.
These are personnel files from the Skyark space station. This lettering. Do you recall the lead researcher on the Aetheric Sea initiative? The one we saw in the hologram during our first visit?
Professor Junchi.
Yes. During his lecture, he mentioned a scholar who had just joined the project, Wei Ying, but his introduction was cut short. I've found that scholar's record in the system, and her name. The letters of this name are a perfect match with those engraved on that pen.
Interesting.
Are you saying that scholar is the Grand Architect?
According to these records, the Aetheric Sea initiative was stalled due to a lack of funding until she joined. Then, it was pushed back on track. Her involvement influenced the CSC's decision on this project.
Quarter Savante.
But everything else about her birthplace, employment history, or academic background is missing.
Yeah. Huge red flag.
Sounds like another identity borrowed by the Grand Architect.
Indeed. It seems we've just traced this 1,000-faced individual back to an even earlier point in Solaris' history. These records also show Wei Ying took great interest in the CSC and Aetheric Sea initiative during that period. That must be why she infiltrated the Skyark space station.
The universe. What secrets is it hiding behind all those infinite stars? I really want to know.
And about that footage... No need to explain. The fewer people who know about your secret, the better. It just occurred to me that this wasn't a coincidence. If her goal in the past involved you, then it's something to keep in mind on your journey ahead.
The Aetheric Sea. That might have been my entry point to Solaris after leaving my distant homeland. Wei Ying was interested in the Aetheric Sea before its planet-wide spread. Did she want to use it as a medium to reach somewhere beyond? I will. Given her nature, it's only a matter of time before we meet again. The more she appears, the more she gives away. If she enjoys playing games, then it means she'll follow some rules at least. Otherwise, she'd die of boredom.
Yeah, crazy motherfuckers do be like that.
Huh. Exactly. And as I've said before, sometimes style, personal taste, and ambition can be more revealing than intended. The Fractsidus has more than one base in Solaris, and I'm far from the only one with a grudge or an interest in their activities. Until now, the Grand Architect has been like a reflection in water. She never appears as her own person, only by the faces of the already dead,
Only by the faces of the already dead. I don't know if that piece of information ever was relayed to me, but it certainly is now. Well, they can only impersonate somebody who's long and gone, long dead and gone.
But now, her fascination with what lies beyond all those infinite stars is a thread we can pull. We can start identifying which schemes bear her signature. In the Court of Savante, since our Grand Architect has taken interest in them before, a trip to Mengzhou may be worth a visit.
The Court of Savante was active in Mengzhou?
The fuck is Mengzhou?
Just a rumor. They say a city was built there under their direction. There may be clues there. As for the new Federation, you'll likely end up there eventually if you plan to counter the Fractsidus' operations in the future. But not now. Things are too complicated over there, and they handle resonators differently. Even with the Black Shore's backing, going in unprepared would be serious risk.
Like I said, I feel like you're going up in the new Federation. I feel like you're just going up against the government and their armies, and the Fractsidus are basically fucking controlling that, you know?
I'll be cautious. Before Nivora, did you find any other traces of this Grand Architect in the High Roy?
Yes. There is this one thing, but it's only speculation. About how Immeth disappeared. From what you told me, she died from overclocking trying to stop the Threnodian over a decade ago.
Yeah?
After that incident, the Academy detected cracks on the Threnodian seal in the depths of Bjartar Woods. The damage seemed intentional.
Was it one of the Heliotic 6 members? That'd be fucking insane if it was the Shaper. If a crack on the Threnodian seal transpired in the Bjartar Woods, who in the Bjartar Woods intentionally caused the crack is the question.
You mean?
I believe it was the Grand Architect who damaged the seal.
Okay.
And that led to Imeth's death.
So was he impersonating anybody from the Bjartar Woods though? That's probably the question. Well, I guess Nivora, she has those fucking Royan tribe like tattoos. So I guess maybe he just impersonated the person he's already been impersonating. Bro's finally there we go. There's a little emotion. I feel like Luke should have some emotion though.
Sila's people will handle things here now. We should leave.
To where?
Let's go clear our minds. You shouldn't sit with this alone.
I dead ass feel like Luke shouldn't be the one consoling, bro. Like dead ass. They should be consoling one another, bro. Like what the fuck? That fixation on Rover is always interesting in this fucking game storytelling.
There's too many to count.
Just because bro's the main pro
talking
tag.
about it? Maybe a little. I keep wondering if the choices I made in the past were the right ones.
Hey, there we go. Oh my fucking god, bro. Yes.
I still don't know why I chose to erase my memories.
Perfect answer. Perfect
That one
thought.
decision cost me my grip on everything.
Yeah.
It made me leave so many people behind.
Good dialogue here. I like that.
You, Immeth, those at the Black Shores, and probably more I don't even know or remember now.
Yep. About time. The doors are fucking closing and The emotions are raining in. It's very natural.
I pulled everyone into my grand plan to save the world. And when it mattered most, I wasn't even there.
I don't know about you pulled everyone in.
If we can't save Immeth, she'll just be forgotten, left to drift in the void forever.
Even if that hadn't happened, your path was always destined to diverge from most of ours. You know your lifespan is immense. Barring some accident, most of us will leave this world long before you. Death and goodbyes are a final lesson no one escapes. But for you, it's a question that lingers for an exceptionally long time.
You're right.
Since you already know that, you should also see that everyone else has already given their answer. You're still the same person you were before. Just as resilient, still bringing hope to others. That's why, after all these years, we're still willing to stand with you. And it's not because you're a supposed savior. It's because you've always been you. And we're not just doing this for you. We're doing it for Solaris. For the future we all chose to fight for. We chose this path ourselves. You have nothing to feel guilty for. One can only move forward by making peace with what's lost. You taught me that a long time ago. In the end, I failed to find my father's murderer. I failed to protect Rhine. I failed to protect my own family.
But your brother is still alive. You're alive. There's still hope. You did everything you could.
Wait, where the fuck is his brother?
Who knows when I'll wake up next time.
Then we'll make a promise, Luuk.
This nigga needs
we'll
promises,
see each other again
bro.
next winter. You'll open your eyes, and I'll be standing right here.
This nigga
today.
needs goddamn promises. Oh, he fulfilled his promise, Smack. They're standing right there, man.
Come now. Enough with that face. Some candy?
Holy! Brother, I'm shipping male Rover and male Luke. I'm shipping them, bro. That's it. Bright, you playing Apex Legends? Nigga, what the fuck?
Gray sky webs, abyss deep, brightness near.
All right, Chad, I'm taking y'all off community moderation, all right? I'm taking y'all off. All right, there you go. Mods, take Twitch off. I don't even know who the fuck is on Twitch. Take Twitch off of emote only. In my opinion, a lot of the production value was in the first half. Yeah, it was, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's what sucks. That's what sucks, because I feel like if they put half, and I mean this, half of the budget that they put in the first half of 3.1 in this, it would have been so much more peak, because they would have had that presentation budget. I feel like the dialogue in this quest was really solid. It just didn't get the love that Immeth's quest got. It's so fucking unfortunate, bro. So much more visually wise, presentation wise, should have been like better. The dialogue was good. It just didn't have that fucking big dick budget. That's what sucks, man. It's unfortunate. Why? Because Luke doesn't have a pair of titties. That's literally it. I'm serious. If bro had a pair of titties, he'd have that. They would have gave him that budget. Straight up. It's so fucking unfortunate, man. It's literally because the guy's a fucking male. I gotta take a piss. Hold on, I'll be right back. Jazzy Boo. What you doing, Jazzy Boo? Y'all never seen my dog, huh? Jazzy Boo. Jazzy Boo. What's up? Oh. Wait, what you? All right. Okay. Good boy. Yeah, man. It's unfortunate. I saw some pretty powerful, intimate moments that I think could have had more budget, you know, to convey those emotions, to convey those sentiments. But like I said, bro doesn't have a pair of titties. It's unfortunate. Thanks for waiting, chat.
You always carry candy with you. Are you sure they really work?
As in...
It'll help take the edge off and lighten the mood? Your words.
That. Honestly, not really. It's become more of a habit of mine. As a boy, I'd have one whenever things felt too big to handle. The sweetness was a distraction. Something to look forward to. Later, after I inherited Naviale, I realized there were still so many things I couldn't control. So I'd eat them to cope. Especially when I was up to my neck in trouble thanks to my business associates. Even after I left the company and set out to follow the Fractsidus' trail on my own, I'd be chewing on one while I watched those who helped
Oh my
me
God.
die right
Wish I
in
would have
front
stayed
of
on
me.
that screen.
Still powerless, it seems. So I've come to believe that no matter how strong a person becomes, not everything can be done perfectly. In life, many things are beyond our control.
Yeah, you got that right.
But I still enjoy candy. It reminds me that meeting people is still a gift, even if I know I might lose them one day. If you let grief and anger burn you out, you become obsessed with results. You forget the joy you felt along the way.
Bro, spitting bars, chat. Shit, the Gacha space could be listening to this shit right here. You let grief and anger burn you out. You become obsessed with results. You forget the joy you felt along the the entire Gacha space needs to hear that shit, bro. Holy fuck. God damn, nigga. He's speaking to the Gacha space. God bless, brother. Holy bars.
A little sweetness helps keep the numbness at bay.
These salty ass
one of your
niggas, bro.
candies.
Yeah, let me have one of them candies.
How does it taste?
Pause.
Luke, my chances of saving Immeth, they're pretty slim, aren't they?
Oh, I love that dialogue. Yeah, that's a good ass question. There you go. Open up to my mans. Open up to him, bro. Let that heart come out, big fella.
They are. You'll need a miracle. But you've always been good at making those happen.
Thanks for the candy.
You're very welcome.
What the hell? Damn. Left it on that shit, chat. Yeah. You know what I realized playing through this quest, man, is they playing the track. The track. They playing the track, bro. Shit. Zero animation budget. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. I don't give a fuck nobody say, bro. They gave this after story a 10th of the budget they gave to the Immeth quest. It's such a travesty. It's a literal travesty. It does not represent the quality of the dialogue or anything. Bitch, shut up. I want to hear your shit, man. Shut up, bro. Nobody want to hear it. This quest was a 7 out of 10. Not because the dialogue was bad, because the presentation didn't get nowhere near the love that it got in the first half. And it was way shorter, infinitely shorter, a 25% of the duration of the first quest. And yet they still hold it on the budget. It's so fucking unfortunate, man. I really enjoyed it. I did. I think there were, like I said before, I think there were a lot of moments where they could have represented the emotions as well as the mood of the scene, or like, you know, the situations they were talking about. They could have represented it a little better, man. 7 a little high in my opinion. Well, I take into consideration, yo, Maddie, that it what, 2 hours and 22 minutes, and that's on Smack Time, which means it was more like an hour and a half. You know, a 90-minute playthrough, I think a 7 out of 10 is pretty fair if you ask me, man. But it's just the budget. Yeah, the budget was lacking. It was 1 hour and 20. Yes, who cares? And 1 hour and 20, 1 hour and a half. You know what I've come to realize, chat? I feel like, and let me turn that down just a little bit, and let me turn down my own voice so I can hear myself talking. Here we go. I just want to be able to hear myself talking, bro. I'm yelling because I have fucking headphones on blast. I've come to realize that Wuwa is very good at delivering the intimate moments, but they're not as good at delivering, in my personal experience, the visceral moments. I think Wuwa sucks balls, with all due respect, at delivering the visceral moments. I think the 3.1 first half, there should have been more visceral moments. I think Immeth should have put some accountability on Rover. She should have crashed out on Rover in a very irrational way, because that's just how real conversations play out, especially when you consider the context of their relationship. When you consider that, you know, he left her to go and save other people. That shit hurts as a child. To see that happen. It also hurts to watch your parent tear themselves down trying to build others up, and that brings about a visceral conversation where you don't see eye to eye, but you eventually see eye to eye through argumentation, through frustration and tensions released. I think Wuwa sucks at that. I think they only know how to deliver on the heartfelt and beautiful moments, but they don't know how to deliver on the ugly moments at all. The ugliness that leads to beauty. And that's the same thing here. I feel like there's some ugly moments that could have been portrayed and displayed, and they weren't. The only thing they really know how to do quite well is just show the intimate and magical and moments that kind of are like an after effect or aftermath of what actually happens in real life. It's like, now we embrace, now we experience love and like warmth and those sentimental moments. But like, where the fuck is the ugly bit that truly exists in real life? Where's that at? It's nowhere to be found, honestly. And I think that's always been my gripe with this game's storytelling. It happened, and then the funny thing is, in 2.5, that happened, but no warmth or intimacy really happened. Right? 2.5 is really the only quest where they showed the ugliness of confrontation, and they showed visceral feelings as well as like at odds, but they didn't deliver on the other stuff. You know, how you feel about the two stories as a whole? What I just said is the biggest flaw of Wuwa storytelling. I don't care how mad the shills get, I don't care how offensive they get. The biggest flaw of Wuwa storytelling is they don't know how to properly convey the ugly truth. They only know how to convey the beautiful truth, right? In the first half, one of my biggest discontents is Immeth places all the frustration and anger on everyone else but Rover, right? Like, she doesn't really place any fucking fault or frustration towards Rover. It's frustrating to see your parent tear themselves down and build everyone else up. It's also frustrating to see somebody you love take the back seat every time, and you see them taking the back seat, and you know it could change. You know it's better for them, but they continue to take the L. And that just never exists in this. And you know why? Like I said, I think it has something to do with Wuwa not wanting to place real flawed character design and real flawed accountability onto the main protag. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. They're scared to really make him look bad. Now, it's a fair take. I can't recall any angry moments. Yeah, no, the 2.5 is the only time they do it. This patch is the best in overarching story. It's the first time that we have real future plot points in an actual I fucked up Rover. Yeah, but I mean, they don't really go in on the I fucked up Rover part, not or the challenge of I fucked up Rover, or like the challenge of, bro, do you ever stop to think about how you hurt the people close around you on your little fucking I want to save everybody journey? Right? That never really gets challenged to him, I would say. But I will agree, it's the best in a lot of the ways that Wuwa tells story. Yeah, I would agree. I think it's the best in a number of ways, but then it still lacks in other ways. I'll give you an example, chat. I'll give you a perfect example. You know why Clara Obscure was so loved? Because Clara Obscure accurately portrayed the ugliness of love as well as the beauty of love, right? It didn't just show Mael loving her brother, it showed her clashing with her brother. It didn't just show Mael loving her father, it showed her clashing with her father. And that the clashing is almost non-existent in wuwa storytelling. The clashing is damn near non-existent. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's the difference between good and great. Great shows the entirety of that family dynamic in its whole raw, visceral form. Wuwa doesn't do that, right? But I get canceled for calling that shit out. I get canceled for calling that shit out. But the funny thing is, you can't deny that what I'm saying is the truth. I guess your take is that we need more conflict. For sure. No real relationships are absent of conflict. To be honest, boys, like no real relationships are absent of conflict. You have to build through conflict. You have to build through disagreement to find agreement, to find common ground, you know? Rover needs to have more consequences for abandoning everyone. Everyone's so understanding of Rover without harboring any resentment. And that's my thing, right? When you think about this story we just went through, chat, right? Think about it. The whole time, Luuk is just being supportive of Rover. You know what I mean? He's just being supportive of him. He's not like, he's not challenging in him in any capacity. And that's the problem. Everybody is always just supportive of Rover and the only one that ever really challenged him is Frolova. That's pretty much it. Nobody else really challenged him. I will say Galbrina gave him like a bit of a like big sister type of accountability, right? Like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? We all can hold our own weight too, type of thing. I think Galbrina gave him like a big sister type of accountability, and Frolova gave him a straight up like, bitch, I'm calling you. I'm about to clock you. You're not about to judge me without me judging your ass. They can't sell a character that shits on the self-insert. I believe they can. I think they're scared of that notion though, William. I think they're scared of selling a character that shits on Rover because they know their target audience, you know? I think it's because no other Gacha game has done that, in my opinion. So no, Akari, you literally, look, Akari, you just repeated what I said. You just repeated. That's so funny. You probably didn't hear what I said until after the fact, but Akari, that's literally what I'm saying. I think they're scared. They're literally afraid of doing that. That's so funny. We literally said the same thing. Like dead ass. That's it. They're just afraid of doing it, man. They're like, fuck, if we do that, they might not want to pull that character. But I mean, people pulled Frolova. She wasn't a bestseller, but they pulled her. I mean, Luuk tried to make sure Rover doesn't go head first into ripping the Strider gate open. Yeah, but I mean, that's in the realms of a friendship. That's in the realms of being rational. 100%. That said, like I said, I enjoyed it. I can't rate it any higher than a 7 because the budget just wasn't there. Shu Yin's after story, the budget was there, bro. Dude, Shu Yin's after story, brother, that was fucking, bro. You talked to everybody in Rena Sita. They had the goddamn side scroll shit into the Guess You Lin 1v1. Like, bro, Shu Yin's after story, the budget was there. The budget wasn't there for this quest. Tragedy, honestly, unfortunately. But yeah, I enjoyed it, man. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before I get out of here? We did get a cutscene. I mean, brother, we got one little cutscene where the Grand Architect tries to shoot us. We got a little cute, how cute, how adorable. We got an adorable cutscene. Everyone always defaults to Rover will get it done. No one says this idea is stupid. It's not necessarily this idea is stupid, but just straight up challenge him on some things and get into a visceral argument because that's human. That's relatable. You know what I mean? Do you think we'll see Luuk in the future patches more? I mean, if we go off of wuwa's track record, you'll probably see him, but not a lot, you know? Smack, their other game, Punishing Grey Raven, is like the story that you want. Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. But I have a code, right? If they want me to play their older game, they got to sponsor my ass. If they don't, fuck them. The only games I'll play unsponsored are games that I know for a fact the community is raving about, like Limbus Company. Limbus Company doesn't have to sponsor me. I'll play it, period, because that's just how good that game's story has traveled, word of mouth wise. Would you challenge a literal god? If the literal god is being deeply flawed in a number of ways, why the fuck would I not? I don't care. I don't let titles cloud my judgment or seal my lips. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck if you're Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Leonardo DiCaprio. If you're in my presence acting like a fucking idiot, we're gonna have a discussion. I'm gonna just call it out. Yeah, I don't care if God, no, it doesn't matter, right? And you know, from my upbringing, we are an image of God. So I don't give a fuck who you are, bro. I want to see morally gray pants rover. Yeah. Whoa, going too far with Levine. Fuck no. Also, shout out to my retarded ass haters that said I can't do a playthrough while I'm drinking. That was 2 drinks while I played through that, boys. Was we out of pocket in any capacity? Nope. Prime example of these fucking morons trying to claim that me drinking on stream is all of a sudden me not being able to properly digest a story playthrough. Go fuck yourself in advance, little bro. Chat, you know I had to throw shots at them niggas, bro. I fucking drink literally on 80% of my story playthroughs, right? When it's the playthrough you didn't like the way I played through, all of a sudden it's a problem. The thing that characters vanish after their banner ends sucks. I mean, you can't necessarily fault the gacha companies because it is incongruency with their monetization model, right? That's the thing that holds back gacha games. The fact that they're a gacha. And they have to stay true to the gacha model, which is, oh, time to sell a new character. You know? Have they ever drank in their life? You don't even fill the first 2 cups? It's not that you don't fill the first 2 cups, Romulus, right? I don't want to like deter people into thinking if they have 2 drinks, they won't feel anything. I just want them to understand the difference between tipsy and actual drunk, you know, unacceptable behavior, you know, and these retards, they're bad faith actors. They want to try to convince people because they didn't like your reaction that you're drunk, not that you're tipsy, not that you're having a drink to enjoy yourself like a lot of fucking adults do out there in the real world, right? We have a drink, we watch a show together with our loved one. You know, these motherfuckers try to treat it like you're Satan or like you are irresponsible. Like, brother, it's a fucking drink, little bro, or 2. This is very normal in the realms. Like I said, the internet is fucking. I think they just tell on themselves that they're all like weirdos who don't understand social norms and what actually goes on in real life. They're like, oh, is he drinking? Oh my God, it's terrible. There's not, chat. Here's the truth. There's nothing wrong with drinking if you're responsible with drinking. The only problem with drinking is a lot of pussies can't handle their alcohol and they act irrational, they act like clowns, and they start doing goofy ass shit and they make the rest of us responsible drinkers look bad, you know? Hey. Smack, by the way, a lot of viewers of CCs gave misinfo and told their CC that you were drunk and some CCs blindly believed it. Oh, I know, that's what I'm trying to tell you. But see, I don't really fault the viewers. I fault the CC. The CC, you don't fault the viewers, fault the CC for being a moron and just taking some random stranger who has vitriol sentiment towards the streamer as like the word of God. Yeah, that none of us would be here if it wasn't for drinks. Let's be real. Holy shit. That's a bit of a crazy. That's a bit of a crazy take. I'm not gonna lie. That's a bit of a crazy take. I'll be real. Hey man, my kids were planned, brother. Okay, they were intentional, dead ass. We planned these 2 little chicklings. What would you want to see in future patches given the direction of 3.1 Smack? So what I want to see in future patches, if you want me to be honest, like I said, more visceral discussion. Visceral discussion means it's emotional. It's not calculated. It's not rational. It's just what you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? That means you're going to say some crash out and irrational shit. You're going to say some things that aren't really of character, but that's what you feel deep down inside. It's tension being released You know what I'm saying? It's not tension being contained and you're saying this methodical way of communication, which is what Wuwa does. I want to see visceral back and forths. That's where the ugly truth gets revealed, and that's where common ground often at times gets established. But the problem is these Chinese games, with all due respect, they like to speak in poetry. They like to speak with like perfect posture, direct communication. It's like that's not what real life is. That's not how real life plays out. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. There's gonna be some real like clashing, and you're gonna have some damn heated discussions, some ugly discussions, but you're eventually gonna go, now I see where that person's coming from. Now I see how they feel, right? When we take Immeth and Rover in an example, Immeth as a daughter is going to be a bit selfish, and she's going to be a bit pissed off at her father-like figure for always trying to save everyone, and then she takes a back seat, or his own health takes a back seat, and she's going to crash out on him because of that. And then he, being an amnesiac, is going to be like, the fuck's wrong with you? Like, what's your whole ordeal with me? Why are you so attached to me? And that's going to bring out her frustration unintentionally, revealing the truth out of frustration. And he's gonna be like, what the fuck? What just happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's way more natural in terms of unveiling a truth than just none of that happens and the truth gets revealed anyways. It's like, huh? I don't know. That's just so much more boring and unrealistic in my personal opinion. And not even my personal opinion, my personal experience and wisdom. Like, imagine if Rover and her in that beginning of the first half chat, dead ass, hear me out. Whatever the first half, they're hanging out and shit and they're doing things, and she's a bit too clingy. She's a bit too fucking close for comfort. And Rover's like, what is it with you? Like, why are you so attached to me? What's going on here? And that pisses her off because she remembers everything. He doesn't. And it causes her to leak that truth of their past relationship, not intentionally, but out of frustration, and that catches him off guard. He's like, wait, what? Whoa. Huh? She's like, and she's embarrassed by that. Oh yeah, you were like a father to me. And then they go into that bit where they reveal everything. It's like, that is more natural, more fluent for me of storytelling than how they did it. 3.1 just made me tired of this fake bullshit, this fake ass glaze. It's not fake ass glaze, bro. You know what I think it is? In all honesty, I think it's a matter of cultural difference. I think it's possible that the Easterners look down on that kind of visceral dialogue. Maybe they view it as a shameful. Maybe they view it as not of their culture, right? And that's why they deliver it in the way that they deliver it. That is a very fair possibility. But what I know for a fact is, in the human heart, I don't give a fuck what culture you're from, what you find shameful, you are not getting through life with connections you truly care about without clashing. It's not happening. Nope, there's gonna be some disagreements. There's gonna be some shameful discussions and some ugly truths. And that is what I miss from this story. What I wish could be more presented and more conveyed through the storytelling of Wuwa. Everybody likes to say this game, like the 3.1 first half, was a 10 out of 10. I don't give a fuck if the whole world says it. I've lost your damn minds if you think I'd ever give that a 10 out of 10. That shit was a 7 because of everything I just conveyed, you know? And in this part here, it was a 7 out of 10 because of budget and also because of a lack of visceral communication. Yeah, I mean, I'll stand on that, boys, as long as I need to. Out of context question, I forgot why you left HSR. Was it because of story? No. I left HSR purely out of principle. I literally said, if they go through with that fucker's her name? Castris. If they go through with the Castris global passive, I said I was uninstalling. So I uninstalled purely out of principle. That's what happened. That's the truth. It wasn't because I was tired of playing the game. Even though a lot of the haters and bad faith actors will try to convince you, like, he just quit because he was looking for an excuse. I quit out of principle, straight up. That was it. Purely out of principle. It had nothing to do with me disliking HSR. I'd still be playing HSR today if they didn't go through with that global passive. And I still firmly believe that me, Tech, and a lot of the other creators who quit the game after that made a change in them continuing global passives, because all the leaks were saying more global passives were going to come out. And coincidentally so, when the biggest creators left, them global passives stopped coming out, didn't they? I don't give a fuck, nobody says. Coincidentally so, them global passives came to a halt. W sacrifice, if you ask me. The global pass was very bad. The story's still good and great characters. No, look, listen, man. I don't hate on HSR, right? Like, people are enjoying it. You know what's funny too? HSR took an 8-week break and still is killing it. That just goes to show you, it doesn't matter who quit, who stayed, how many breaks they take. HSR ain't going nowhere. They took an 8-week break, had Japan and China clashing about politics, had to change the nature of their patch. They're still doing good. They're now collabing with fucking Fortnite, bro. Them motherfuckers know how to stay afloat. I'm gonna tell you that much. Blade and Kafka and Fortnite made me realize how huge it is. Well, it's not really how huge it is. It's how huge Hoyoverse is and how smart Hoyoverse is with their marketing, right? Hoyoverse is the furthest from dumb when it comes to marketing. They know how to capture different audiences. Yeah, I understand what your point about the story. I felt it was a 9 or 10 because being an Indian, we have such cultural dynamics. Arna, but you know what's funny? Arna, like, it's okay if y'all gave it a 9 or 10. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna say you're evil for giving it a 9 or 10. I will say I won't respect anybody who gave it a 9 or 10 in my mind. And that's, you know what's funny? My peers gave it a 9 or 10. My content creators gave it a 9 or 10. And this is just my personal opinion. I don't respect people who gave that a 9 or 10 because I think there were so many flaws and so many better ways to tell that story. But that doesn't mean like anything. It's just one man's opinion. It's just one man's bar and criteria for story. It's not like I'm saying you're evil or you're a moron or anything like that. It just means, brother, if you gave that a 9 or 10, from my point of view, I won't take your 9 or 10 seriously anymore. You know what I mean? I'll take 9 or 10 seriously from people who give 9 or 10s in my point of view that are worthy of a 9 or 10. You know, I think God of War Ragnarok is a 9 or 10. Somebody in chat could be like, yeah, bro, I'm not taking your 9 or 10 seriously. You see what I'm saying? It's just point of view, bro. Like, God of War Ragnarok is another game that perfectly portrays the full dynamic of a son and a father, or I'm sorry, a child and a parent. Like, God of War Ragnarok ain't just showing lovey-dovey shit between Kratos and Atreus. It's showing the ugly parts of their dynamic, of how Kratos is too overprotective of Atreus, of how Atreus also just isn't tired of being inside of his shadow. So see, it shows us those ugly moments and those selfish and flawed moments of humanity that makes this story more interesting. If all a God of War was Atreus and fucking Kratos just understanding one another and finding common ground without any disagreement or fucking real clash, it would be boring as fuck, right? The reason the story was good is because Atreus and Kratos clashed quite often. Naturally so, because that's what happens between father and son, or daughter and father. Luke felt more flirty with female Rover. Male Rover made the story less interesting. See, Song Steven, it's funny because I saw the flirtation vibes between male and male, and I was making little jokes like, are we giving back shots and stuff, right? But that's why I said I decided that every story going forward, I'm gonna do same gender, because same gender doesn't make me laugh, right? It makes me do a little joke, but it doesn't make me laugh. Different genders makes me laugh my ass off because I see the cheesy, corny shit occurring. It does. Nah, God of War Ragnarok is a 7 out of 10 at best. See, worth hope. And that's what I mean. This is where we have a difference in opinion, right? It's because, like, worth hope. My mind right now is you are a retard. And I don't even mean that as an insult. It's just, that's how high I value God of War Ragnarok's story, and that's how low you value it. In my mind, giving God of War Ragnarok a 7 is the most like piss poor review I've ever seen in my life, because God of War Ragnarok is a masterful story in the art of family dynamics. It portrays the difference between Atreus and Kratos and fatherhood and son versus Odin and Thor in that dynamic. It shows the difference between a good father and a shit father. It's like your review to me is IGN. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna say fuck you, get out my chat. I'm not gonna say you're a fucking retard. I'm just gonna say that is what I mean. It's, you can view my review of 3.1 first half in the same vein. You could say you thought 3.1 was a 10 and I'm the one that gave it a 7 out of 10, and now you're the one that's like, Smack is a fucking retard. How could he possibly give that a 3.1 a 7 out of 10? You see what I'm saying? It's point of view. You value that dialogue and that storytelling due to your own personal experience and your own way of like consuming that story. You value it on a different plane than I do. Just like I valued Ragnarok on a different plane than you do. And that's okay. That's the beauty of fucking humans. We're all different, bro. Somebody thinks fucking Godzilla is a 10 out of 10. I think it's a 3 out of 10 and it's just slop to watch on TV. But maybe that motherfucker had some experience in his life that makes Godzilla a 10 out of 10, man. Not gonna lie, I thought 3.1 was the best story Wu has ever told, but that's still an 8 out of 10 for me. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and I said that in my playthrough. I said, you can't give this story an 8 out of 10, or I'm sorry, anything higher than an 8 out of 10. Which Godzilla? That's that important question. Gacha players learning different opinions exist? Right, yeah. That's that, man. Yeah, man, those are pretty much all my thoughts. Yeah, is there anything else I want to talk about before I click end stream? I mean, seeing two giant animals wrestle is epic, in my opinion. Those aren't animals, brother. Those are, them niggas are a different beast. I mean, I think Wuwan's better than 95% of the anime manga slop, like One Piece, for example. That's once again, that's your prerogative and that's your opinion, right? But I would also say you're a retard, in my opinion, right? Comparing Wuwa to One Piece is fucking insane. Once again, comparing any gacha game to One Piece is insane to me, right? Even if you're a One Piece hater, you know? How would you want Lahai Roy arc to end? I think that's a question I can't answer. I don't really care how it ends. It's not up for me to even decide how it ends. All I want is visceral discussions and concrete sacrifices, concrete consequences. I don't really care how it ends. Can we get a concrete sacrifice or consequence? Can we get visceral discussions? Yeah. That's pretty much it. I think Wuwa has the best story patches in gacha games. Well, I think Fate Grand Order fans would disagree. I think Limbus Company fans would disagree. And I think PTR fans would disagree. And that's not me. That's not my opinion. That's the community's opinion, right? But if you're a Kudo fan, you know, hey, good for you, man. That's cool that you enjoy it that much. If you ask me what my personal opinion is, Wuwa hasn't delivered a story higher than a 7 yet. Yeah, not a single time. So we throwing Chisa into the void. All right, cool. Chisa? Wait, where did Chisa come from? Oh, you talking about the story? I ain't throwing Chisa into the void. Lahai Roy needs to end with Aleph 1 absorbing that shit up like Honami due to consequences of opening up Strider Gate. I'll be honest, I do think it would be epic for a patch to end on an L. Oh, bro, patches ending on an L would be amazing. Luke music, is it copyright free? Is it copyright free? Wait, somebody just tagged me. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, his app set for Lova's a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I said for Lova's a 9 out of 10. For Gacha. Actually, you know what? I did say for Lova. Wait, I said for Lova was a 9 out of 10 even outside of Gacha, didn't I? Yeah, that was recency bias. That was recency bias. I loved it, but it wasn't a 9 out of 10. Fuck no, bro. For Lova's the one exception though where I would actually give a no. You know what it was? It was recency bias for that the great debate part. If you take out the great debate part, for Lova's Quest was a 6 in real rating. But the great debate bumps it to like a 7.5. Yeah. And that's why I feel like people did with 3.1. People graded 3.1 purely off of the second half, not off of the first half and the second half combined. A lot of people saying Ameth's story is 10 out of 10 was recency bias. No, I said that. Like, they only graded it off of the second half. They didn't grade it off of the entire fucking playthrough. And then they had that second. And here's the thing. I will say this. The second half was like a 8.5 out of 10, period. Not just from Gacha standards. I think it was an 8.5 out of 10, like really fucking good. But that first half, boy, hell no, boy. Let me, Mr. K, if you want to know a little more about Fractsidus, here's a fun video. Well, I told him I'd watch the Luuk music, which is, I guess we can just go to Wuwa, huh? Let me go to Wuwa. Wuthering Waves. Bam. And never mind, Smack. I don't know if it's copyright free. Chat, help me out here. I feel like Wuwa's music is all copyright free. I could be wrong, but I feel like it is. All are copyright free? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a bit eerie now that you know that the fucking Grand Architect was their dad. That was my favorite part of the fucking track right there, bro. That was my favorite part. This little segment right here. Yeah, I think it's a good track. I do. I genuinely think it's a good track. This part here's my favorite for sure. That's my favorite part right there, bro. I love this this part where it's like going in and out, the melody. Right here. Yeah, here we go, right here. I love that part. I love that part a lot. That shit was fire. This is where all his budget went into the track. Oh shit, man. All right, boys. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm actually happy that I just went live. Still getting over the sickness, man, but I had a lot of fun, chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough along with me. That's gonna wrap up this one, boys. Much love to y'all, man. I'm gonna knock out some Arc Knights Infield dailies, some Duet Night Abyss dailies, spend my fucking stamina on Wuwa before I log off, and watch some anime and call it a fucking day. We are live streaming the Arc Knights Infield 1.1 live stream. We will be live for that. We aren't missing that one. So we'll be live for that. I got a Where Winds Meet sponsor that I got to get up on the channel, worth about half a night in the Mr. Beast Forest, WPay. And then, fuck, we got something else after that too. Can't remember. All right, doesn't matter. All right, love y'all, chat. I'm